Panthers, Philip Katafmo, alongside Nick Yatsenko. We want to welcome you in here to the pregame show on Verde Valley TV and KYBC here on senior night at Mingus Union High School. And Nick, Marauders got a tough matchup against the Coconino Panthers coming off of a loss against Lee Williams.
Yeah, Lee Williams was a really good team, and boy, they were right in it with Coconino, who we played tonight, and Coconino is going to be an even better team. And most importantly, what a special night for these seniors. Going to get to walk with their families and friends and go over what their ambitions are in the future. So that'll be real nice to see.
We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we'll take you into the senior night festivities and send the mic over to our public address announcer, Brian James, on the other side of this break. Don't go anywhere. Pre-game show and the Marauder football. We'll be right back.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. Larry Green Chevrolet, we're better and we'll prove it. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find our selection extensive and the sales team professional and courteous. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet just off Highway 260 next to Walmart or LarryGreenChevrolet.com.
Yavapai College has 6 campuses and centers in Sedona, the Prescott area, and the Verde Valley. With more than 100 degree and certificate programs, YC has what you need to jumpstart your academic journey. Our athletics teams are some of the best in the nation, and we have plenty of student-led clubs, organizations, and activities. Our full-time student discount makes YC the most affordable option in Arizona for a full-time student. Learn more today at yc.edu.
Since 1925, Tiffany Construction has worked with developers and local and federal government to build, expand, and improve infrastructure, roads, drainage systems, and subdivisions. From concept to completion, the Tiffany Construction team provides a full complement of construction services and state-of-the-art delivery methods customized to fit your needs and budget. They're Arizona's longest tenured family-owned and operated civil contractor and proudly serving the Verde Valley since 1991. Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality.
2 things we can count on every year:
a new set of tax rules and great weather here in northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
Miranda walking out of the helmet with her mother, Veronica, and her boyfriend, Wyatt. Miranda's most memorable moment of the year is when she was made captain of the Mingus cheer team in her junior year. She said, "Knowing that I came from being the worst person on the team to captain was an amazing accomplishment of mine." Miranda's future plans: go to college, get a job, and make that money with 3 Ys. So she plans to make a lot of money. Once again, let's hear it for Miranda Foreman. Let's welcome senior Haley Gilmore from the cheer squad. Walking with mom and dad Casey. Haley's most memorable moment was winning against Mojave. She said it was a very memorable and exciting moment. Future plans: Haley wants to become a nurse practitioner. Congratulations to senior Haley Gilmore. Our next senior tonight, Valeria Martinez from the cheer squad. Valeria is walking with her mother, Sonia. Her most memorable moment: meeting up with friends after every class, because there wasn't a moment that they weren't making jokes and laughing at something. Her future plans: attending NAU and later becoming a physical therapist. Once again, senior Valeria Martinez. Senior from the cheer squad, Ebony Munoz. Ebony walking with her mother Maria and dad Juan. Ebony's most memorable moment was becoming a part of something that she didn't think she was capable of doing. Future plans? To open my own beauty shop and to work with my sister. Senior Ebony Munoz. The mascot is a senior this year. Let's hear it for Gael Ojeda. Gael walking with his mother Monica. Most memorable moment? Of course, the favorite thing about being a mascot, making the cheerleaders and the crowd smile. Future plans? Going to college and becoming a firefighter. Let's hear it for your mascot, Gael Ojeda. And our final senior from the cheer squad, Emma Worth. Emma tonight walking with her parents, Wing and Michelle. Most memorable moment was when her all-star cheerleading team, Arizona Spirit, won the national championship title in Las Vegas. Emma's future plans, attending NAU next year to pursue her bachelor degree. Let's hear it for senior Emma Worth. And to the football team, we welcome senior Lee Knocknane. Lee walking with his dad Lee and mother Megan. Most memorable moment? How about the first day of practice when everyone made me feel like I was part of the team? Lee's future plans, starting my adult life. Once again, congratulations to senior Lee Knocknane. And now senior Elion Martinez. Elion walking with his mother Lourdes, father Leo, sister Delary, and Kaylee, his girlfriend. Most memorable moment? Cali Camp, of course, my junior year with those early morning wake-up calls and for the runs on the beach. Days with my boys and having a good time. Elion's future plans, going to play college baseball, going to college, and getting his degree in criminal justice. Senior Elion Martinez. Senior Drew Meyer. Drew walking with his dad Corey and mom Stacy, his sister Julia as well. Most memorable moments include representing Mingus playing football and baseball, going to Cali Camp his freshman year, and spending time with his friends. Drew's future plans, going into the military, joining the Marines, and becoming a firefighter. Let's hear it for Drew Meyer. Senior Jonathan Sanchez. Jonathan walking with his father Armando and mother Macy. Bonnie, his grandmother as well. Memorable moments for Jonathan, getting closer with all his teammates, and the team bonding at last year's Cali Camp. Future plans include attending an in-state university, Let's hear it for senior Jonathan Sanchez. Senior Mark Hensley Simillion. Walking with Katie. Most memorable moment would have to be hanging out with some of my friends after practice. Mark Hensley's future plans, he wants to start a business. Let's hear it for senior Mark Hensley Simillion. And now we welcome senior Colin Vachon. Walking with his dad Steve and his mom Danielle. Most memorable moment? When Zach, Johnny, Drew, and I won the 2014 HDYF championship game on the Cottonwood Bears and getting close with all 25 guys and all my coaches this year. Colin's future plans? Going to community college or trade school and continuing a career and education in agriculture. Furthermore, my weight loss and maybe joining the armed forces. Senior Colin Vachon. And senior Zach Figge. Zach walking with his dad Brandon, his mom Shauna, his brother Alex, and grandpa Randy. And of course, shout out to sister Mackenzie at home watching on TV. Zach's most memorable moment, winning the NAYF championship game with the HOYF Bears and getting to play with some of his Bears teammates his entire football career. Also getting to play quarterback in the 7-on-7 freshman year for Coach Yang on varsity. Future plans? After he graduates high school, he plans to pursue a career in welding. He's going to graduate with an auto certificate and a welding certificate, which will give him 2 career options. And that's good. Let's hear it for senior Zach Figge. One more big round of applause for all of our seniors out there. As we get closer to kickoff. Congratulations, seniors.
Want to congratulate all the seniors this year for their miraculous achievements and being able to complete the season in a very unusual 2020 year. But nonetheless, senior night always a very fun and emotional time, and we wish these seniors nothing but the best.
You know, my parents actually dressed as Marauders for senior night, so they were literally parents out there. It's great to see the parents and all the family walking with the kids and to hear what they want to do after high school. It's just absolutely great and sets us up for a good night of football.
A lot of kids have some bright futures going forward, and we can't wait to see where they go going next after their time here at Mingus Union High School. But we're going to take a quick break. We still got football for you right here on Verde Valley TV and KYBC. We're going to take a quick trip over to the Coach's Corner and get a chance to talk with defensive coordinator Coach JR. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Parker Jones with Jones Ford in the Verde Valley. At Jones Ford, we're proud Arizonans, we're proud Americans, and we are proud to serve our community. At Jones Ford, we offer an amazing selection of new Ford vehicles, and we offer pre-owned vehicles of all makes and models. And we offer them all to you at a discounted sales tax, which will save you hundreds. I promise we are worth your consideration. We are Jones Ford, Verde Valley, Arizona's best.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tandy, owners of Taylor Waste.
We're the last local garbage company homegrown in the Verde Valley.
And we want to be your first choice for residential and small business garbage service.
Get a free month service when you make the switch to Taylor Waste.
And enjoy monthly service as low as $14 per month.
Visit TaylorWaste.com for more information.
Or to start service, call Taylor Waste at 649-2662.
Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs.
Beautiful smiles improve more than just your dental health. They improve your confidence and quality of life. Verde Valley Orthodontics, the office of Dr. Nick Booth, offering the highest quality of technical care while treating their patients with respect, courtesy, and compassion. One happy client stated, "I can't stop smiling." Read more amazing reviews at verdevalleyortho.com. 2 convenient locations, Cottonwood and Sedona. Call 634-2121 to schedule your free evaluation today.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare 23 insurance companies for home, health, auto, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance. Call or visit All Price Insurance today.
Welcome back here to the Coach's Corner in the pregame show here on Verde Valley TV and KYBC. I am joined now by the defensive coordinator, Coach JR. Coach, welcome on to the program.
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me.
Well, we're happy to have you. As we know, you make the upgrade to the defensive coordinator position this year on Coach Provenzano's staff. Comparison-wise, how would you say the defense has upgraded or improved from last year compared to this year?
Well, I really don't like to compare the two different teams just because you have different athletes on both teams, seniors graduating, obviously. But this year we're trying to keep it simple so they can play fast, read and react. So that's what I would say our defense is a little, this year we're just trying to keep it simple for them.
Yeah, and we've seen the significant upgrades with the Marauder defense. The first 3 games of the season, the Marauders held their opponents in the first half to 0 points, which is a significant upgrade to where they were last year when they had a very tough time stopping opponents. And whatever you're doing, Coach, it seems to be working.
Yeah, and again, we really harp on keeping it simple and making sure they understand their job and not to do somebody else's job. Trust your teammates on the field, and just play fast. Have fun and play fast.
You are very familiar with the Coconino Panthers outside of coaching against them. You've also played against them. We all know that Zach Bennett is a big running back in the 4A Grand Canyon region, along with his crosstown running back, Luis Jaramillo, who the Marauders did do a great job of slowing down in their first game against the Flagstaff Eagles. What are you expecting from Zach Bennett and the Coconino Panthers tonight?
Well, they're going to run a lot.
Right.
that style of wing tee, they're going to run, and they're going to run some more. He's probably going to have 30 touches. And if he was my running back, I would do this. I'd give him the ball 30 times as well. He's a very, very gifted athlete, and we're going to do our best to corral him because there's really no stopping him. He's just that type of athlete. We just have to corral and slow him down, and then hopefully we can get some things go our way.
And it's going to be a tough battle. Obviously, we know the Coconino Panthers currently sitting atop the 4A Grand Canyon region, but we know that, like I mentioned, the way the Marauders played against the Flagstaff Eagles with Luis Jaramillo, very similar type running back. They're absolute monsters, as you said. Zach Bennett, an absolute beast in the 4A Grand Canyon region. I know that you and a few other Marauder fans are going to be happy when he graduates after this year. But it should be a very fun contest against the Coconino Panthers and the Mingus Marauders as the Marauders look to play more spoiler for the positioning of the Coconino Panthers and hand them their first loss on the season. But Coach, I got one more question for you. You got an opportunity to coach against your old coach in Bob Young, who is now over at Bradshaw Mountain. How weird is it to coach against your old coach?
Yeah, it was different seeing him on the other sideline. It was different seeing him not on the cave side of our field. So, but ultimately it was fun. The atmosphere, it was good. We knew we knew the type of style he coaches. They're very disciplined, very sound. minimal mistakes. So we knew we what we were going to kind of go into that game against there. But ultimately the atmosphere and, it was a fun night. It was a good time.
I know that Coach Provenzano has done a great job of trying to continue that tradition that Coach Young left off, taking over for Coach Ortiz last year. And Coach Provenzano has not only made significant improvements to the Marauder offense and defense and the coaching staff and the special teams, but also some cosmetics as well, with the weight room getting a significant upgrade, the Hall of Fame underneath the cave getting a significant upgrade. What do you like from Coach Provenzano in your first year coaching under him?
I like the fact that he's keeping the tradition, the Mingus tradition that we've always had here. He's in a sense, it's being, I guess, a little more organized, right. with the Hall of Fame, in under the cave now, and the weight room being more of a college style weight room. It's a little more organized, and you can tell the players are the athletes. They're what am I looking for here? They show that they like it. They're working harder. They're
buying into the program.
They're buying in. They're drinking the Kool-Aid. They're doing all that.
I like that, drinking the Kool-Aid, very much so. And we're happy to drink that Kool-Aid from Coach Provenzano, because he's putting together quite a good team. And while this year may not have gone the way of the Marauders, still an improvement from last year, winning a game against Mojave, a huge win, 69-0 against the Thunderbirds. And Coach JR, your defense is playing great. Hopefully we'll be able to slow down Zach Bennett. There's only one way to find out, and it's to continue the pregame show here on Verde Valley TV and KYBC. But before we go, Coach JR, thank you very much for coming on.
Thanks for having me, guys.
We'll be right back, but when we come back, we'll keep talking about and previewing this game here against the Coconino Panthers on the pregame show here on Verde Valley TV and KYBC. Do not go anywhere.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips, with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on Conoco fuel with your Kickback Rewards card. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to stop for those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here, with something for everyone.
At Suzy Q.
Shop local first, always.
Go Marauders!
Two things we can count on every year:
a new set of tax rules and great weather here in northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
For 30 years, Roxu Screen Printers have provided Northern Arizona with clean, crisp, quality screen printing. They work with you to make the right choices in creating the right artwork and message to put forth your best image. Choose from brand name products and even fashion-forward designs, including caps, tees, sweatshirts, polos, and jackets. Make Roxu your choice for work and sports uniforms, workwear, resort wear, and more. Find out more at rokzootees.com. Roxu Screen Printers in Cottonwood, where clothing comes to rock.
Hi, my name is Crazy Tony. The reason I'm here today is to let you know what Poquito Loco is all about. Unlike the rest of the Mexican food restaurants in that area, our main focus is tacos. From street tacos to cheap tacos and everything in between. So come on down to Poquito Loco for some crazy good tacos, the newest place in Old Town. And also we are honored to offer 10% of our profits to the Old Town Mission to help less fortunate. Have a great day and be safe.
Want to welcome you back here to Bright Field for tonight's Friday night matchup as those Mingus Marauders take on the Coconino Panthers on senior night. Philip Katafmo alongside Nick Yatsenko. Want to welcome you back here to Verde Valley TV and KYBC. Want to thank Coach JR for absolutely knocking the coach's corner out of the park. And Nick, it's going to be a tough battle against these Coconino Panthers. The last time these two teams matched up last year, it was here at the Cave, 52-14 in that game. Zach Harrison, 252 yards passing, 1 touchdown, and Drew Meyer, 66 yards on the ground and 1 touchdown as well. But it's going to be a tough battle against the undefeated Coconino Panthers in 2020.
Yeah, and I'd like to see Harrison maybe put the ball up in the air. Last year against Coconino, 250-something yards. This entire season so far, he's only just above 300 yards throwing the ball.
That's right.
So maybe I'd like to see Harrison air it out a little bit more. But yeah, no, great coach's corner with JR. And man, I know these guys got a great game plan going into it today. And like we were kind of talking with Coach Quesada before this game, this is a huge Coconino team. They're undefeated. It's been them and Bradshaw in the region championship, battling for the region championship year after year. They've been great programs. So right now, if you're the Marauders, you've already lost a couple games in the region.
Right.
You're playing spoiler. You got nothing to lose. Like we talked to Coach Quesada, the guys were fired up. I mean, the guys were fired up getting in the locker room, getting changed tonight. When you're playing spoiler, you got nothing to lose.
We're going to take a quick pause for the national anthem. Stay with us. Well, here we go, Nick. We are just moments away from our kickoff here as the Mingus Marauders take on the Coconino Panthers. Should be a fun matchup, as in we all know the Marauders' main focus tonight is going to have to be slowing down Zach Bennett.
Most certainly, and it's going to come down to the Marauders just have to make, close to no mistakes tonight. It's really about playing a good fundamental game, playing your position, playing really technical, and just kind of waiting your opponent out. Similar to like ping pong. If you can let your opponent make the mistakes themselves, you're going to beat them. Marauders have got to keep it sharp tonight and try to capitalize on any mistakes that Coconino may make.
We want to thank Jennifer Griffin for sponsoring our coin toss here tonight. Jennifer Griffin, your State Farm agent. Visit www.jenismysfagent.com for all your State Farm needs. Thank you very much, Ms. Jennifer Griffin, for sponsoring the coin toss all season long. As we mentioned, the Coconino Panthers coming into this game 5-0 on the season. They currently sit atop the region 5-0. Behind them are the Flagstaff Eagles, who are taking on the Lee Williams Volunteers, who the Marauders lost to last week in a very tough battle for the Mingus Marauders, a 26-51 loss in Kingman last week. But we're back here in the Cave, and the Marauders are looking for another victory.
Yeah, and last week we started out with the scoring, which was great. Lee Williams is a good school. That's a tough team. They hung in it, I believe. I don't know if they were up on Coco at half or it was Bradshaw, but anyway, it was a good game. And Mingus did a great job of getting on the board early. They're going to have to do that against these powerhouse teams like Coconino.
Looking at the rest of the region here, Bradshaw Mountain 3-2, Lee Williams 3-2. Bradshaw's taking on Prescott tonight at Bradshaw Mountain, so one of two big rivalries in the 4A Grand Canyon region. Again, Prescott 2-3, Mingus 1-4, and Mojave 0-5. And the Marauders, as we mentioned and as you said, Nick, not necessarily competing for a playoff spot this year, but definitely would love to play spoilers and ruin the undefeated season for the Coconino Panthers.
Yeah, I got nothing to lose. Get out there and play some fast football, have a good time. That's what it's going to be about tonight. I'm sure that's a part of the game plan. And Philip, like we talked with Coach Quesada before the game, I mean, the guys were fired up today. Saw great energy out there, and that's what it's about. Get out there and have some fun. See if you can't ruin the perfect season for Coconino.
Panthers will kick it downfield. It will be recovered around the 20-yard line. Looks like Drew Meyer trying to barrel his way in for a few more yards. He will get stopped at the Marauder 38-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Marauders as they start on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, real curious is to see if we'll get that air game going early. Like the last year when we played Coconino, Harrison, 250 yards in the air. That's an outstanding game through the air. That's a lot of yards. And like I said, this year only about 300. So I'd like to see the Marauders mix it up a little bit.
Harrison under center, man in motion. He's got 2 wide receivers on both ends. Harrison takes the snap. He's going to hand it off up the gut. That's going to be Drew Meyer again. He's going to get about 4 on that run and bring them Marauders closer to the 50-yard line. He'll get stopped around the 44. So a little bit 2nd and short for the Marauders with about 11 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the first quarter as we get things going here at the Cave.
Yeah, that's a nice job by Colin Vash in there, your center. Snap that ball. That run goes right up the middle. So good job by the big fellow getting upfield.
Harrison again under center, waiting for the snap. He's got 2 running backs behind him. Harrison takes the snap, hands it off right side. That's Jonathan Sanchez. Sanchez trying to find a hole. Not enough for the first down. Maybe a gain of 1 or 2 on that run. It'll bring up 3rd down with about 11 minutes left here in the first.
And that run definitely led by Ilian Martinez out there, one of the seniors that we celebrated earlier in the pregame. And man, that kid can pull. He can really turn those ankles and get moving and lay a really nice block for Sanchez out there. That's a great job by a young lineman.
So the Marauders 3rd and 1 on their own 48-yard line. Harrison again under center, 2 running backs behind him. Harrison takes the snap. He's going to fake the handoff. He's going to take it himself. He's got a lot of room on the left side. Gets the first down and a little bit more. First down, Marauders for the 5-yard run for Zach Harrison.
Yeah, and I like seeing Harrison use his feet. That's a nice little counter play. Harrison's going to act like he hands it off, keeps it, goes the other way. You're going to see the replay here. Yeah, that's a nice little fake by Harrison to hold that ball behind his back to hide it a little bit and able to get to the outside and get 6.
So it'll be a first down for the Marauders, 1st and 10 on the Coconino 45. Coming down to about 10 minutes here in the first quarter. And the Marauders, definitely the game plan, Nick, is going to have to be score early, score often, because once the Panthers get an opportunity on offense, they're tough to stop. Harrison under center takes the snap. He's going to hand it off this time up the middle. That's going to be Drew Meyer. Big gain of about 5 for the senior running back on senior night.
Yeah, that's a great job by Drew Meyer's offensive line, getting off the ball, getting upfield. You can see it here on your replay. Those guys all do a great job of getting to that second level. And Drew Meyer does what he does best there, just lowers his shoulders and gets 5 yards.
So now it'll bring up 2nd and 5 on the Coconino 40, coming down to about 9 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. Harrison again under center. Jimenez to the far right, 2 running backs behind him. Takes the snap. He's going to hand it off. That's going to be Jonathan Sanchez. Sanchez is going to get the first down, and about 1 more after that, a big 6-yard run for Jonathan Sanchez.
Yeah, Sanchez is so fast and shifty. That's a great job of getting through the hole. You're going to see it here. That's just an outstanding job by Sanchez. Way to follow your blocks. You can see Loretto out there, Martinez. It's a good job just following the big guys. And Marauders' rushing game looking great, which is only going to complement the passing game when they get it going.
And that's what you like to see from the Marauders' ground game, is to get it going early and then use those counters, as we saw with Zach Harrison on that bootleg run, and take advantage when you can. So Harrison under center again, running back behind him, that's Meyer. Man in motion, that's going to be Alvarez. Flip to the left, Drew Meyer will get the first down. He's fighting for maybe a yard after that, but just enough for the first down from Drew Meyer.
Ooh, close to being a late hit out there. Drew Meyer gets taken rode out to the track on the sidelines, but no call on that, so they must have been playing in bounds. But good job by Drew not to have a loss there. Just get back to the sticks.
So it'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Marauders. I apologize. That last play was for the first down. So now we have 2nd and 10 on the Coconino 33, just to give you a little reset here. 8 minutes and 53 seconds left here in the first quarter. Again, 2nd and 10. That last play was on first down. So Harrison takes the snap, going to hand it off right side. Sanchez cutting through the holes, almost gets to the first down. 8-yard run for Jonathan Sanchez. Marauders are close to another first down.
Ooh, man, Sanchez does such a nice job of just doing a little swim move with that football to avoid a tackler. And gets right downfield. The Marauders only 1 run so far under 4 yards. That's just outstanding. Sanchez contributing.
So the Marauders on 3rd and 1 on the Coconino 24. 8 minutes and 53 seconds left here in the first quarter. The Marauders trying to control possession in the quarters and try to limit the opportunities for Coconino as there's a handoff again, the right side. That's going to be Drew Meyer, maybe about 3 on that run. Ran into a few white jerseys, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think they're going to give it to him.
Oh, they are. Yes, they are. Okay. So 1st and 10, Marauders.
Yeah, that's an outstanding job by Drew Myers and that offensive line. Man, they're really telling Coconino, hey, we're going to run this football. And we're going to go right downfield. This is a great job by Harrison and the offense.
Yeah, they're not afraid to take it down their throat, and they might as well. It's going to be a tough battle. We know how talented the Coconino Panthers offense and defense is, and we'll see if the Marauders can score first here. They're going to hand it off again. This one, a little draw play to Drew Meyer. Meyer's going to get about 3 on that run. It'll bring up 2nd down again on the Coconino side of the ball. 8 minutes and 10 seconds left here in the first.
Yeah, and still like that. Hey, 3 yards a carry. You never have to punt the football. You're most likely going to win the game if you can do that. That's a good job by Drew, and Marauders looking great on this first drive.
So it'll bring up 2nd down and 6 on the Coconino 16. 7 minutes and 50 seconds left here in the first. Jimenez to the far left. Running back behind him, that's Sanchez. Man in motion, that was Meyer. They're going to hand it off, and it's not going to be too much, and Coconino reads the trick play as Angelo Alvarez was the ball carrier on that one. That'll bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, and that was a little bit, almost looked like maybe the Marauders were trying to do like a stutter counter there, and it just took a little bit too long to develop. Coconino able to get in the backfield and wrap Alvarez up. No, I think your point is great, Philip, with the Marauders, the run game here, keeping that Coconino offense off the field. I mean, this is a great start for the Marauders.
Yeah, very much so. It is a good start for the Marauders. As Harrison again under center, he's going to hand it off up the guts. That's going to be Drew Meyer again. Not a whole lot on that one, maybe 3. It'll bring up 4th down, and we'll see what the Marauders do here on 4th. We know they got the leg with Angelo Alvarez. We'll see if they try there is a player down on the field. That is number 75 for the Marauders. That is Anthony Islis, and he is limping a little bit, but it seems like he might be okay as he makes his way over to the sideline. We'll see a substitution for the offensive line for the Marauders.
Popped up. Hopefully he's just cramping up, and he'll be right back in there.
So Islis will make his way to the sideline. 6 minutes and 50 seconds left here. Ball spotted on the Coconino 20. 4th and 7. Marauders looking for a 1st down or possibly something to the end zone. We'll see what Coach Provenzano does here on 4th down. Harrison's going to look to pass. It is completed over the middle to Figgy. Figgy will get the 1st down and a little more. Marauders making their way very close to the end zone. 1st and goal for Mingus on that pass from Harrison to Zach Figgy.
Yeah, gotta love it. Figgy contributing on senior night here. That's a great job. You can see the replay there. Harrison, it was a nice job. And that's what all those great run plays that the Marauders just ran set that up. Coconino was going run. All of a sudden, you drop back and pass, and it's wide open.
Harrison again under center. He's going to hand it off right side. Jonathan Sanchez looking to get the scoring going early. He will get into the end zone. Marauders strike first with 5 minutes and 50 seconds left. 6-0 Mingus.
Wow, and you bet the sidelines are fired up. It is chest bump city. It's been too many weeks since we said that, Philip. And, boy, that's a great start against a powerhouse team like Coconino.
A very tough opponent in the Coconino Panthers, and you can see on your replay there the handoff to the right side from Jonathan Sanchez, able to just outrun the defenders coming alongside the end zone and able to get in. Sanchez in the foot race, able to beat out those Coconino Panthers, and that kick is up, and it is all good for the Marauders. They are now up 7-0, but we'll get a chance to see Zach Bennett and the Coconino Panthers on the other side of this break. Don't go anywhere. Marauders up 7-0.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. Larry Green Chevrolet, we're better and we'll prove it. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, You'll find our selection extensive and the sales team professional and courteous. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet, just off Highway 260 next to Walmart, or LarryGreenChevrolet.com.
A very good start for the Mingus Marauders, up 7-0 on that handoff touchdown, the rushing touchdown for Jonathan Sanchez. We welcome you back here on Verde Valley TV and KYBC. The Mingus Marauders currently leading the Coconino Panthers 7-0. And what a good start for Mingus. You can't ask for any better of a start from this team.
Absolutely. You're up 7-0. And for those of you listening, the Marauders took that ball, the kickoff, and they took 6 minutes, over 6 minutes, to go down the field.
That's right.
So they're keeping Coconino's offense off the field.
Marauders will send it downfield, looking to get it into the end zone, and it will bounce around and go into the end zone. So touchback. So the Panthers will start on the Marauder 20. It'll be 1st and 10, and this is our first look at the leading rusher for the Coconino Panthers in Zach Bennett in his final year at Coconino. And, of course, we do wish Zach the best of luck going forward, of course, although he is playing for the opposing team. But I'll tell you what, when he graduates, a lot of people are going to be breathing a big sigh of relief because he is a threat in the backfield.
Oh, tremendous athlete. And, man, you can see the size of that offensive line Coconino has. These guys are good, and they've been a solid program for quite a few years now, and Marauders defense going to have to play fast.
They're going to hand it off to Bennett on the right side. Marauders stop him right back at the line. So no gain on that run from Bennett. 2nd down. See right there, just kind of a simple draw play. Just a quick handoff from Siri over to Zach Bennett on the right side, and Marauders doing a good job.
Coming up with a great tackle there, a big defensive tackle for the Marauders, doing a great job and not letting Bennett get any yardage on that.
So again, that wing T formation for the Panthers. Siri in the backfield, he's going to hand it off. Looking for Bennett again, and it's going to be just a quick run, just right up the gut for about 2 yards. It'll bring up 3rd and 8 for the Marauders. And the Panthers offense, I'm just going to take, never mind. 2nd down, here we keep going.
And that was a fullback. It's not often you see the fullbacks in use anymore.
Yeah, that was the fullback.
Coconino is going to be using the fullback, Fausel out there.
Yeah, Tyson Fausel, excuse me. He wears 44. Bennett wears 34. Little mix-up there. But again, that wing T formation for the Panthers, it'll be 3rd and 8 on the Marauder 22. Siri's going to drop back to pass, looking for something over the middle. It is incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd down. Good defensive stop for the Marauders.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to see if you're a Marauder fan.
Right.
These guys are hyped on the sidelines. That's a great job of going down on senior night, scoring on your first drive, and then stopping Coconino on their first drive.
Big stop.
It's not going to get easier. It's only going to get a lot tougher.
So it'll be 4th and 8 as Zach Bennett is back to punt for the Panthers. Again, the ball spotted on the Marauder 22, so they should have some good field position going into this next possession. Bennett looking to snap the ball. He's going to punt it downfield. Back to return it is Angelo Alvarez around the 35. It's going to take a hop, and Alvarez is going to let it keep rolling. It will go out of bounds around the 23. So that is where the Marauders will start on the Panthers 23. So great punt from Zach Bennett. He puts his defense in a good position to slow down the Marauders offense, who last drive, Nick, were able to march down the field and get into the end zone with a rushing touchdown from Jonathan Sanchez to get things kicked off.
And it gives you a tremendous confidence if you're on that offensive line to know that you can run those bread and butter plays right up the middle, and you can move upfield and get those first downs. These guys have got a lot of confidence right now. And like we talked about, that only opened up the passing game for Figgy to catch that thing wide open.
That's right.
So Marauders looking sharp with the rushing game so far.
7-0 Marauders lead here with 4 minutes and 25 seconds left here. The ball spotted on the Coconino 23. Marauders 1st and 10. Harrison under center, awaits the snap, takes it. He's going to hand it off to Drew Meyer. Meyer on the left side. He's got some room to run. Going around the 30-yard line. Not going to be enough for a first down, but it'll be a 6-yard gain on that run from Drew Meyer on the right side.
Yeah, that's just incredible start by the rushing of the Marauders here. You see Drew Meyer right on the edge, and Coconino just not ready for it. The Marauders doing a great job of pulling, getting their guards on the outside. They seal some blocks, and offense looking really, really tight.
2nd and 2 for the Marauders. on their own 31. Harrison under center takes the snap. He's going to hand it off left side. That's going to be Meyer again. First down and a little bit more for Drew Meyer. 1st and 10 for the Marauders.
Yeah, and that's a great attitude to have right there. Just keep running that Drew Meyer play.
That's right.
You're going to get over 3 yards every time? Well, that's easy.
Just a quick draw handoff to Drew Meyer, and on the left side, he's able to cut back to the middle and find his way for a first down. So 1st and 10 on the Marauder 31. We've got 3 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. Harrison under center, takes the snap, hands it off up the middle. It's going to be shut down almost immediately. That handoff to Drew Meyer again, read beautifully by the Coconino Panthers defense.
Yeah, nowhere to go for Drew. He was just backed right up on the line. Coconino said, not this time, as they collapsed all the defensive tackles right in the middle.
From the 37-yard line.
Do want to remind you, of course, visit myradioplace.com/Mingus to vote on our all-decade football team. This week we move to linebackers, and we'll get you the defensive back selections when we get a chance. 2 minutes, 50 seconds left here in the first quarter. They're going to hand it off right side. That's going to be Jonathan Sanchez again. He cuts back, maybe gets about 1 on that run. Panthers defense slowing down the Marauders' rushing attack here. It'll bring up 3rd down as we take a look at here on our replay again. And it's just a quick little handoff to the right side from Sanchez. Not a whole lot on that run as he was wrapped up right around the 40-yard line, as it will be spotted on the 40-yard line. 3rd and 8 with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the first.
And he doesn't need much room. Sanchez can really bust it open with just a small hole there from the lineman.
Harrison under center. 2 men in the backfield. Harrison takes the snap. He's going to do a flip play to the left side, a quick pass to Jonathan Sanchez, and he is brought down immediately. Great defensive stop by number 8, Jacob Begay.
Yeah, and that'll give Harrison 2 completions. So nice job by Begay out there wrapping up Sanchez, not letting him get upfield. But also nice job by Harrison. He's 2 for 2 right now. I know it's 4th down, but play that field position battle.
So the Marauders were able to get into the end zone in their first offensive drive and shut down the Panthers on 4 and out, and now we're kind of a little bit of a flip here as the Panthers are able to stop the Marauders as it brings up 4th and 7. Angelo Alvarez will punt it away to the awaiting return man around the 20-yard line as Alvarez sends that one downfield. It'll take a hop around the 25. It will be returned and stopped immediately by Drew Meyer. Great stop from Drew Meyer around the 23.
That's an outstanding job by the punt team. Drew Meyer gets right downfield.
He was wide open. No one was there.
Man, a smart job by Drew Meyer. You're going to see the return guy pick up the ball. Drew gives him just enough time to get it because you can't hit him before he gets the ball. And Drew Meyer lights him up as soon as he gets it.
I'll tell you what, Drew Meyer is one of these few seniors that the Marauders are definitely going to miss. It is a small senior class for Mingus, only graduating about 7, and Drew Meyer is definitely going to be one of those ones that we're going to sorely miss. Siri's going to hand it off, and it's going to be, that is Zach Bennett. That will take him all the way to the end zone. No one's going to catch him. Bennett, opening drive, 2nd possession, touchdown on that handoff from Siri, and that puts him as the all-time leader in rushing for Coconino High School. Congratulations, Zach Bennett, as not only he breaks the record, but he gets into the end zone. There is a flag on the field, so I take that back. That's going to come back as we did not mention it at the beginning of the game, but Zach Bennett is 67 yards away from becoming the all-time leading rusher at Coconino High School. And he almost had a touchdown, but it's going to get called back. And it's going to go back over to the 20-yard line. We'll see who that penalty is on. Obviously, it is on the Coconino Panthers.
Yeah, and what a shame because what a deserved run.
Very much so.
75-yard touchdown run to break the record. That's how you do it. But fortunately for the Marauders, the flag ends up, and that's going to come right back, and the Marauders wiping the sweat off their forehead right now.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm wiping the sweat off of my forehead as well, because when you see Zach Bennett down the sideline with that much space, it's going to be a guaranteed touchdown. But thankfully, it does get called back, a holding call on the side of the Coconino Panthers. So instead of a touchdown for them, it'll bring up 1st and 10 on their own 22. Again, Siri, that wing T formation for the Coconino Panthers. He waits the snap, takes it. They're going to hand it off. It's going to be Bennett again up the middle. This time he is shut down for maybe about a yard on that run. So a nice reverse from the Marauders, giving up that big touchdown that was called back and immediately shutting down the big running back for the Coconino Panthers.
Yeah, that's Marauders' defensive line. That's an outstanding job of just kind of making a big pile in the middle. And you got Lee Locknane out there, and these guys are doing an excellent job of getting low. And boy, just Man, like I said, they got to be hyped after they just got that penalty. I mean, Zach Bennett all of a sudden goes from 75-yard touchdown run, flag, and now nothing on that run.
Siri takes the snap. He's going to drop back to pass. Pressure coming on the right side. Siri lets that one go. It is incomplete along the sideline. It'll bring up third down, 3rd and 10 for the Panthers on that incomplete pass to the sideline. Good defense by Hunter Perkins for the Marauders.
Yeah, and these guys are lighting up. You can see the replay here. Siri did a great job of avoiding a lot of sacks there. You're going to see it here. That's a great angle by the field camera. And, man, Drew Meyer goes right by him, and you can see Siri just bobbing and weaving.
And a lot of credit to Andy Ruiz, number 7, the intended receiver along the sideline there, for almost making that grab in traffic. But it will bring up 3rd and 10 on the Panthers' 24. Siri's going to take the handoff. He's going to hand it off to his running back and get shut down. That is number 26, Angelo Alvarez, with a great stop the run from number 26, Manuel Cardoza on the run. And the Marauders with a big stop led by Angelo Alvarez.
That's just an amazing tackle. Great job. Alvarez just whips in there and takes Cardoza's legs out.
So now it'll be 4th and 10. Marauders back-to-back 4th down, 4 and outs against the Coconino Panthers. And the man who made that stop, Angelo Alvarez, will await the kick return from Zach Bennett. And that'll do it here in the first quarter. So the Marauders keep their lead at the end of the first. 7-0 Marauders lead. When we come back, more football here as we get ready for the second quarter. Don't go anywhere.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on Conoco fuel with your Kickback Rewards card. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to stop for those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here with something for everyone.
At Suzy Q.
Shop local first, always.
Go Marauders!
2 things we can count on every year.
A new set of tax rules and great weather here in northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
KYBC and Verde Valley TV as the Marauders currently up 7-0 as Angelo Alvarez awaits the punt from Zach Bennett. It will take a hop around the 50 and keep rolling backwards and stay around the Marauder 37-yard line. And that's where they'll start 1st and 10. But, Nick, what a great start from Mingus in that first quarter.
Absolutely. Almost didn't give Coconino a second drive during that first quarter.
Yeah.
I mean, they barely just had that 3 and out at the end of the quarter. And boy, yeah, you know the coaches are hype on the sidelines. They got these guys locked in and focused. They need to keep doing the same thing, which is complete these passes when they're throwing it, which they've only done 2 times because the running game is looking outstanding for the Marauders. Drew Meyer is looking great. Sanchez, great compliment
Opening
to that.
drive
And
touchdown,
the linemen are looking real good so far.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Marauders on their own 37-yard line. 11 minutes and 48 seconds as we begin the second quarter. 7-0 Marauders lead. Harrison drops back to pass, looking for something along the sidelines. He's got Freddie Jimenez. Jimenez unable to make the grab. No flags on the field, so good pass coverage from Coconino. But had that been completed, that would have been a big push for the Marauders, but unfortunately, they just couldn't beat the good coverage.
It was great effort by Jimenez out there. It was it looked like a one-handed grab on the sidelines. And like you said, Philip, great coverage by Coconino. They were all over it, but an even nicer ball by Harrison. It's a great throw.
So 2nd and 10 again on the Marauder 37, 11 minutes and 40 seconds left. Harrison, he's going to hand it off, flips it left side. That's going to be Jonathan Sanchez again. Sanchez, stiff arms, but is brought down right back at the line. Maybe a loss of about 1 or 2 on that run. A good stop from number 8, that is Jacob Begay, playing receiver and playing on the defensive side for the Panthers. And that'll bring up, that'll bring up 3rd and 11. Again, the ball spotted on the Marauder 36-yard line after that loss of 1 on the flip to Jonathan Sanchez. So 2nd and 10, 11 minutes left here in the second quarter. Harrison takes the snap. He's going to roll out to pass. He's got some time to throw. Going to be a pass to Drew Meyer. It is completed. Meyer cuts back, looking for the first down. Unable to get it, but he's very, very close. That one is a completed pass for about 8 from Harrison to Meyer.
And Drew Meyer's almost going to reach the sticks here. It's a 4th and real short. Curious as to what Coach Provenzano is going to do here. But that was just a great job. And again, this solid running game that the Marauders have started the game with has opened up the passing lanes.
So a 10-yard completion to Zach Figge. A quick pass from Zach Harrison. He's 3 for 3 tonight so far. 4th and 1. We'll see if the Marauders go to that quarterback sneak as Harrison is lined up under center. So 4th and 1 on the Marauder 45. They're going to hand it off. We'll see if Meyer gets the momentum going forward for the first down. I do not think they're going to give it to him. A big stop from the Coconino Panthers. And
that was a huge push by Coconino.
Let's see where if they give it to him. Doesn't look like maybe it's crossed the plane.
Yeah, and you can hear the home crowd not liking that so much. But honestly, Phillip, I think that's a generous spot.
Yeah.
And it's really, really close. Coconino did an outstanding job of just piling up on the defensive line. And, yeah, I mean, we're almost right on it. You can tell.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's just give him the first.
Of course, you'd like
right
that.
Down, just give him the first. No, that's really close. I wonder if they're going to.
Close. So they're going to bring out the chains to see if the Marauders were able to get over the line. I do not think they were able to. But we'll wait for the measurement here. Again, 4th and 1 on the 46. We'll see if the Marauders get the first down. They did not. They were short. So it'll be a turnover, and Coconino will take over. Marauders able to stop the Panthers on their first 2 drives. Nick, they're going to have to do it here. Good field position for the Panthers as they are on their own 46.
Yeah, and that's okay. If you're the coaching staff right now, just settle everyone down. That's fine. You didn't get it. You got really close. Boy, it actually looks like they're going to come out and measure it again.
I do want to correct myself, of course. This would be the Panthers, the Marauders 46, not the Panthers 46. And again, they're going to measure it one more time. We're still waiting for the official call. Harrison's still out on the field. So what was initially not a first down for the Marauders, we're still patiently waiting to see what happens here. It is 1st and 10 for somebody.
I see Siri out there and Bennett, so it looks like Coconino's offensive unit is out there.
So it is a turnover then. 1st and 10 for the Panthers on their own 47. No, on the Marauders 47, excuse me. The Marauders 47. 1st and 10. Siri takes the snap. They're going to hand it off. It's going to be left side. Somebody up the middle. That's going to be the fullback. Chasing him down is Figge. He cannot chase him. We are tied up. Tyson Falsell, the fullback, getting into the end zone off the handoff up the middle to the big fullback. A huge rushing touchdown for the Panthers, and they are on the board 6-7. You can see just barreling his way through the offensive line. Figge right behind him trying to swipe at his legs, but just a wide open path for Falsell to get into the end zone and get the Panthers on the board as they await the extra point to tie this thing up here with 10 minutes and 5 seconds left here in the second quarter. Kick is up, and it is definitely good. We are tied 7-7. The Marauders offense will look to get back on the board after giving up a rushing touchdown to the fullback for the Panthers. 10 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Don't go anywhere.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services in the Verde Valley.
Call Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at GettlesHDM.com, providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle, get Gettles, and go Marauders.
The Marauders will await the kick from the Coconino Panthers as we welcome you back here to KYBC and Verde Valley TV. 10 minutes and 5 seconds left here in the second quarter. 7-7 our score. Philip Katafmo alongside Nick Yatsenko. Want to welcome you back here to the broadcast. As well, the Marauders were keeping the Panthers in check early on, but A rushing touchdown from the fullback of the Panthers gets them on the board as Alvarez returns that one around the 5-yard line. Looking to get past the 20 on the right side. He will get stopped around the 22. So the Marauders will start on the Panthers 22. I got this backwards, Nick. It's the Mingus 22. So the Marauders 22. As they look to get into the end zone.
It's a long field to go,
Yes.
and the Marauders are ready to do it. They've had a couple really nice drives, had to punt the last time, but offense is looking pretty good so far. And boy, how about Coconino? You're going to have to keep putting points on the board.
Very
Marauders
much
got to
so.
stay focused on getting points because that was Fausel, Coconino's fullback,
Yeah.
that ran in,
Big fella.
almost outrunning everybody on Mingus there. So that's pretty dangerous. That's not even their top running back.
Fausel, the 6'2", 208 junior. The fullback for the Panthers is Harrison under center, takes the snap. He's going to hand it off left side. That's going to be Jonathan Sanchez. Sanchez looking for a couple holes. Almost gets to the first down. Big 7-yard run for Jonathan Sanchez to get the Marauder offense going with 9 minutes and 48 seconds left here in the second quarter. You can see right there just a quick handoff to the left side from Jonathan Sanchez. He's able to cut through some of the defenders, fight his way very close to a first down. Marauders cannot be, they're about 2 yards away from the first down, 2nd and 2 here on the Mingus 30.
And what an outstanding job by Loretto and Martinez out there to get to the outside and get on one of those Coconino defenders, give your running back a great lane.
Harrison's going to hand it off. This time it's Drew Meyer. Meyer will get the first down and maybe about 1 or 2 after that. So a 5-yard run for Meyer off the draw handoff to the left side. First down, Mingus, 1st and 10.
And again, this offense is clicking right now. You can see the replay there. That's outstanding blocking by Jonathan Sanchez out there. He's got a body up on somebody much larger than him, and you're going to see him right in front of Drew. Just keep pushing. That's a great block.
Now, Mingus has to do what they did in the first quarter, which was run down the clock as much as you can so you give Coconino no time to do anything. As we all know, it's the second quarter. So after this quarter, regardless of where the ball is spotted on the field at the end of this quarter, Coconino's going to have to start all over again with the kickoff. It's going to be a handoff to Jonathan Sanchez, that trick play we saw against Bradshaw, the sort of fake handoff to on the jet sweep, and then it just gets a little handoff up the middle to Jonathan Sanchez. Not really anything, maybe about a gain of 1, maybe right back to the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 2nd down for the Marauders on their 37-yard line.
Yeah, and that play just takes a little bit longer to develop. Sometimes you can catch the defense really off guard and have a wide open lane. And sometimes, like you just saw, it just takes a little bit too long. Coconino's able to crash in on it and ruin it.
Harrison again under center. Meyer and Sanchez in the backfield. They're going to hand it off to Jonathan Sanchez to the right side. He does have some room to run, but he will get stopped. And that ball is loose but picked up by a Marauder. And how about that? A few extra yards from number 55.
Be Loretto picking up some yards.
How about that?
Oh, love seeing the big guy get some yardage. You're going to see the replay here. He just about
he almost flips it to him.
He might have bumped into Sanchez. He said, "Hey, give me that ball. I need some yards."
So Esteban Loretto on the assist from Jonathan Sanchez. Doesn't matter how you get it, it does help the Marauders. Now they're 3rd and 3 with 7 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the second quarter. Ball on the Marauder 44. Harrison again under center. Running backs behind him. 2 wide receivers lined up left. Harrison's going to hand it off up the guts. That's going to be Drew Meyer. First down, Marauders. And 2 more after that. About a 6-yard gain for Drew Meyer. First down, Mingus.
Yeah, and this is just absolutely beautiful. If you're the Marauders, you're just trying to kill that clock, which is exactly what you're doing. We're just about to tick under 7 minutes, and the Marauders keeping Coconino on the field because, boy, that's a scary offense. So Marauders doing a good job of just keeping the run game going. Linemen are feeling good. You can tell they got some confidence out there. They're all blocking very well and even getting some yardage.
Yes. Yeah, Esteban Loretto with essentially a 3-yard run on that fumble recovery. So 1st and 10 for the Marauders. Harrison's going to roll out left to pass, looking for something down the middle. He's got Angelo Alvarez wide open. Alvarez into the end zone. The Marauders are back on top.
Wow, what a bomb by Harrison. Nice job. And, man, Coconino just left Alvarez wide open.
Wow. And you're right, Angelo Alvarez, nobody around him around the middle of the field. We take a look at it here. It was just a quick play-action play. Harrison rolled out right, and he was able to find Alvarez wide open around the 20-yard line. And Alvarez going into the end zone. I believe that's his first receiving touchdown on the season. And you got to love it. Mingus up 13-7, looking to go up by a touchdown. And didn't take much for Zach Harrison. and just had to loft it in the air. A great catch from Angelo Alvarez as Marcus Bueno will kick that one up, and it is good for the Marauders. They're up 14-7. 6 minutes and 47 seconds left here in the second quarter. Marauders offense starting to roll. Their defense needs to stop. We'll see if they can get it. We're going to take a break.
Hi, my name's Crazy Tony. The reason I'm here today is to let you know what Poquito Loco is all about. Unlike the rest of the Mexican food restaurants in that area, our main focus is tacos. From street tacos to cheap tacos and everything in between. So come on down to Poquito Loco for some crazy good tacos, the newest place in Old Town. And also we are honored to offer 10% of our profits to the Old Town Mission to help less fortunate. Have a great day and be safe.
A receiving touchdown to that man on your screen, Angelo Alvarez. Marauders up 14-7. Want to welcome you back here to Verde Valley TV and KYBC. Philip Catafmo alongside Nick Yatsenko. The Marauders ahead of the Coconino Panthers in the second quarter. We've got 6 minutes and 47 seconds left as Alvarez will kick that one away. We see on our Larry Green Chevrolet scoreboard. Marauders up by a touchdown, and their defense looking for a huge stop, and hopefully the offense can get into the end zone. We know you cannot take these Panthers lightly. As we saw, Zach Bennett, regardless of that touchdown getting called back, he can break away at any point.
Yeah, and Philip, the coach's game plan is working out very, very nicely so far. And boy, there's going to be that's going to be an offsides on a kickoff. Yep. That's a tough one to swallow. That'll back Alvarez up a little bit.
You have that sort of. I'm not really sure if it's like a fake. You see these guys kind of run at the ball on the kickoff, and then they brace back out. It's going to bring them back about 5 yards. But maybe, Nick, you can explain a little bit more as to the strategy of we've seen it a few times where they'll run at the ball, and then they'll stop, and then they'll come back.
Yeah,
into
sure.
their
And what they're
position.
doing is trying to catch Coconino off guard. So when you run up at the ball like that, Coconino's only got a few guys up front.
Yeah.
You might as well try the onside kick. There's
Right,
only a few guys there. But when you notice that they pile up front like that, then you reset, go back, and kick it deep.
Alvarez will kick it deep down the end zone, looking for the touchback again. He will get it. What a boot from Angelo Alvarez. Doesn't matter about the offsides because Alvarez has got the golden boot as it goes into the back of the end zone. 1st and 10 on the Coconino 20.
And I'll tell you what, Phil, the Coconino return team could not believe that just was a touchback. After a penalty in high school football, Alvarez showing off the leg there.
You know, we talked to Coach Quesada before the game, and he said, you know, we all know that the Marauders are not going to be making the playoffs this year, unfortunately. They only have 1 win on the season, looking to get 2 tonight and possibly 3 next week against Prescott. But this team has nothing to lose.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Games. Yeah, right.
If they win, yeah, exactly. And they're having a lot of fun right now. Siri in that wing T formation. Man in motion. They're going to hand it off, looking for something up the middle. It's going to be Bennett. Bennett is stopped after about a 6-yard run. So it'll bring up 2nd down. And a good run from Zach Bennett as he itches closer and closer to becoming the all-time leading rusher at Coconino High School. You can see that play-action run. Thankfully, the Marauders were able to shut him down. That was a great tackle from the Marauders. That would be number 18, Ethan Jones, on the tackle, the sophomore, able to bring down the senior, Zach Bennett. So to bring up 2nd and 3 on the Coconino 27, 6 minutes and 15 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Marauders up 14-7. Siri takes the snap. He's going to hand it off. No, he's going to take it himself. I'm actually losing the play. It's going to be another running back, a handoff to the fullback. He's got all kinds of room to run, and he will get into the end zone. Another touchdown for the big fella, the fullback, Tyson Fausel. Able to get into the end zone. Another touchdown for the Panthers on the ground from their big fullback.
Yeah, that's incredible from a fullback. Fausel's got over 120 yards.
Yeah, that's impressive.
On just 3 runs. That's, I'm pretty sure, Philip, that's just catching the Marauders' defense off guard.
Yeah.
Having a fullback that can just
they're thinking Bennett. You got to think Bennett the entire time, and when they go to Fausel, your game plan's a little thrown away as number 18 Jesus Trejo will go in to kick the extra point. Ball is snapped. Kick is up. Almost blocked from the Marauders defense, but it is good. So a quick touchdown from the Panthers with 5 minutes and 57 seconds left here. We're tied up at 14. We'll take a break. When we come back, more Mingus football on the other side.
More Mingus Marauders. Two things we can count on every year.
A new set of tax rules and great weather here in northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
A big rushing touchdown from the big fullback Tyson Fausel to get the Panthers back on the board and tie this thing up as we take a look at our Larry Green Chevrolet scoreboard. 14-14 here in the second quarter. Philip Katafma alongside Nick Yatsenko as the Panthers kick it downfield. Alvarez looking to return it around the 10. He will take it around the 10. Going past the 15. Alvarez going to cut back, and he will get stopped at the 12-yard line. So the Marauders will start on their own 12-yard line. 1st and 10, 5 minutes and 50 seconds left here in the second quarter.
Yeah, and saw a flag come in late on that one from the back judge by the kickoff tee, so let's see what happened there. But no, Marauders, like we just talked about during the break, Philip, they got to keep scoring. Marauders got to keep scoring because we've already seen Coconino is going to be able to break these plays wide open.
That's right.
They're not even using Bennett. You can tell that the Marauders game planned for Bennett out there. They're really keying on him. Bennett's only big run was called back. And, boy, speaking of back, the Marauders backed up deep right now.
Yeah, so that will be a penalty on the Marauders. That'll push them back to about the 9-yard line, their own 9. So it's still 1st and 10 for Mingus, but right around the danger zone of their own end zone. So we'll see what Mingus can do here as that ball spotted on the 8-yard line. Harrison under center, wide receiver lined up left. They're going to hand it off. Nope, it's going to be Harrison rolling to pass, rolling back, going to have to throw it to somebody. It is picked off. Panthers with the interception on the pass from Harrison right over the middle. Andy Ruiz able to read it beautifully and make the pick as Harrison, you kind of see here on your replay, Harrison went to go hand it off to Sanchez. He dropped back to pass, was finding himself inside the end zone. He had to get it away just to get take away the risk of the safety, and a phenomenal interception for Andy Ruiz. I mean, he was wide open to make that diving grab, and he did so. Now it's Panthers ball here on the Marauder 23 with 1st and 10. And we saw Tyson Fausel, who's going to be taking over more than likely for Zach Bennett next year as he enters his senior year. He's currently a junior right now. And he's been a threat all night.
Oh, yeah, you bet he's hungry. He's back out there right now. And, boy, Marauders defense, at least they have a chance here because you're right, Philip. If Harrison takes looks like a penalty on Coconino.
It is a penalty on Coconino.
And if Harrison takes a intentional grounding in the end zone like that, that'll be an automatic safety.
Right.
So that was almost not the ideal play you want to see.
No.
You'd like to see the incompletion, but Marauders able to avoid the 2 points going on the board for Coco. Defense got to come up big.
So we'll see what the Panthers can do here again in their wing T formation. Siri takes the snap. He's going to roll the pass, rolling left, looking for something into the end zone for Ruiz, and it will go incomplete into the back of the end zone. Again, Andy Ruiz, the intended receiver, on 1st and 15. We'll bring up now 2nd and 15 on the Marauder 28. 5 minutes and 36 seconds left here in the first half. 14-14 our score here, Nick. It's been a fun game so far. The Marauders would love a pick themselves to get the ball back before we end the first half.
Yeah, you bet. And the Marauders are playing the pass game great so far.
Yep.
Siri has no completion, 0 yards. He's got over 500 on the season. Yep. So kudos to the Marauders defense thus far.
Siri again in that wing T formation, waiting to take the snap. He does. They're going to hand it off up the middle. That's going to be Bennett. Bennett's going to get about maybe 2 on that run. So not a whole lot for Zach Bennett. It'll bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, and boy, Marauders doing a good job of keeping Bennett to these very minimal gains. Besides that huge 75-yard scamper that was called back for a penalty early in the game, Bennett hasn't gone over 6 yards. He's got 4 carries for 8 yards right now, and that's music to the Marauders' ears because Bennett is a big threat.
Yeah, but they're unfortunately not slowing down the other threat of Tyson Fausel, who's got 2 touchdowns so far. Siri's going to drop back to pass, looking for somebody over the middle. He's looking for Ruiz. Alvarez will pick it off. Marauders get the ball back. Interception for interception as Alvarez fights his way for a few extra yards. He returns that interception around the 15. Marauders get the ball back. 4 minutes and 48 seconds left here in this first half.
That's an incredible job by Alvarez. That's That's how you got to do it right there. That's outstanding defensive work. Good job getting pressure on Siri. You can see the replay here. Marauders start to penetrate just within seconds.
And Siri had to throw that one off his back foot, and Alvarez read that beautifully to step right in front of Andy Ruiz to get that interception. But now, Nick, this is where the Marauders have to capitalize. They have to get into the end zone before the end of this first half, as we've already seen with Tyson Falsell easily getting into the end zone. They're going to hand it off to Meyer. Meyer's got some room up the middle. It's going to be a first down for the Marauders. 11-yard run for Drew Meyer.
Yeah, and Marauders going right back to that game plan, which is to kill the clock and keep moving the ball. And you can see it on your screen here. Anthony Islas, Jonathan Sanchez, these guys, you can see, is that Loretto blocking until the whistle's going? These guys are doing an outstanding job on offense so far.
Makai Arnuato with the lead block there, slowing down Jacob Klaus. Again, Harrison under center. He's going to hand it off. Meyer right side, trying to fight for a few extra yards. He might get 2 on that run as he is stopped. I believe that was Manuel Cardoza with the tackle again, number 26 for Coconino. So it will bring up second down for the Marauders, 2nd and 7 on their own 26. Getting close to under 4 minutes here in the first half. 14-14 our score on the Larry Green Chevrolet scoreboard.
And you bet the Marauders are going to take their time, huddle up, make sure everybody knows the play.
Yep.
Everyone knows they're on the same page, and let's just kill this clock, boys, and get some first downs. That's what they're going over.
Harrison takes the snap, hands it off left side. Sanchez cuts inside, unable to get the first down. He is brought down around the 33-yard line. So a good little run from Jonathan Sanchez. There is a player hurt for the Coconino Panthers. As you can see, the run there from Jonathan Sanchez wrapped up on the left side on that handoff. Not enough for a first down, but we do have an injury timeout. There is a Panther down on the field. You're trying to get a spot on who that player is.
I'll tell you what, both of our guards, Loretto and Martinez, those guys have got to be going for all region guards. I know we don't have the best, might not have the best record in region, but we certainly have some linemen who can do work out there.
Jose Montoya currently down to his knees right now. The junior offensive lineman for the Coconino Panthers, going into his senior year next year. And hopefully he'll be able to get back up on his feet. Still currently banging his helmet on the field, so a very frustrating injury, of course. The big fella, he is 5'11", 262. And as he makes his way to his feet and is walking to the sideline, always good to see that. As we know, we've talked about it all season long, Nick. No off season, no real preparation for these kids before going into this COVID-stricken season. And you never want to see an injury. Doesn't matter whose jersey it is. I don't care if it's a Panther, if it's a Bear, or anybody else. An injury on the field is never fun. But we are very happy to see Jose Montoya making his way to the sideline on his own power. And hopefully we'll see him for the Panthers later in this game.
Yeah, and he looks like he's walking okay at the end of his trail there. So hopefully he'll be right back in this thing because he was doing a great job for Coconino on that defensive line.
So as we reset here, ball on the 32-yard line. They're going to hand it off. Sanchez looking to room for a run on the right side. Good lead block from Drew Meyer. Sanchez will get into the sideline. He'll get the first down. A big run for the Marauders. There is a flag on the field, so we'll see who that is on. But a good lead block from Drew Meyer as Sanchez on that handoff to the right side was able to get about 15. It might be called back. But nonetheless, a great run from Jonathan Sanchez, who last year was utilized more as a receiver, but this year has found a beautiful spot. It is going to be holding on the Marauders, but has found a spot in this offense as a speedy runner.
Oh, most certainly, and does a great job of getting to the outside. You can see it here on your replay. It's going to get called back for holding, but that's a great play call right there. You only need 4 yards, and you get 7 on it. So that's a great play call. Now, Marauders are going to have to change it up a little bit because it's 3rd and long.
So it'll be 3rd and 11 for the Mingus Marauders. Ball spotted on their own 32-yard line. 3 minutes and 19 seconds left here in the second quarter. Harrison again under center. Waiting to take the snap. He does. He's going to hand it off. No, he's going to take it himself on the bootleg to the left side. Harrison trying to cut back. Maybe gets about 3 or 4 on that run. He is brought down. Not enough for the first down. It will bring up 4th. But a good little quarterback scramble on the play-action run from Zach Harrison.
Yeah, and Harrison just trying to use a little bit of trickery to get to the outside on that play, and Coconino does a good job of reading it.
So it'll be a timeout on the side of the Marauders, but we're going to stay here. As we mentioned, we have our all-decade team. You can go right now, myradioplace.com/Mingus, and go vote on the linebackers. We will announce our defensive backs right now. You voted, and we have the starting lineups right there. You see it on the screen. Herb Tiffany, one of the defensive backs, making the making the all-decade lineup. Colby Fanning and Andrew Garcia are the 3 defensive backs that you voted on. And we've talked about this lineup all season long, and we know if this was an actual team, this would be a state title team because of how much talent. And now added to that talent, as I mentioned, Herb Tiffany, Colby Fanning, and Andrew Garcia are defensive backs. And we need those linebackers. We need 2, 4, 5 linebackers for you to go vote on right now. myradioplace.com/Mingus. Go vote. Angelo Alvarez will punt it away, a gentleman who we will probably be talking about on our next all-decade team. A little bit of a high snap. Alvarez is going to have to take it himself. Alvarez going past the 20, maybe past the 30, can turn it into a first down. First down, Marauders! Turning something into nothing!
On the high snap, Alvarez is going to get the first down. Incredible. And you bet it's chest bump city down there for Mingus.
First down, Marauders on the botched snap. Angelo Alvarez able to turn nothing into something. First down, Mingus, with 2 minutes and 50 seconds left here. You see just the high snap off the fingertips of Angelo Alvarez. He recovers it. He cuts back. He's able to avoid the tackle against Malcolm Morris, number 22 for the Coconino Panthers, and get all the way for a first down. So now Marauders get an opportunity to score before the half. 1st and 10 on their own 41.
Huge play. Now you bet that gave him some momentum.
Harrison takes the snap. He's going to hand it off. Drew Meyer looking for some room on the right side. Cuts back. First down, Drew Meyer past the 40. Past the 30. He'll get brought down around the 27-yard line. Drew Meyer, keep rolling.
Boy, that's about a 30-yard run for Drew Meyer. Well-deserved. His linemen are working overtime tonight, opening holes. And nice job by Jimenez there. You see Jimenez on a block?
Oh, yeah.
Gay was about to make that tackle, and Jimenez blocks him, and they get another 5 yards out of it.
So it'll be 1st and 10 on the Coconino 27. 2 minutes and 27 seconds left here in the second quarter. Harrison takes the snap. He's going to hand off left side this time to Drew Meyer. And Meyer is wrapped up right back at the line. Maybe a gain of 1 or 2 on that run from Drew Meyer up the middle.
Yeah, and there's your bread and butter. We are definitely going to miss Drew Meyer.
Oh, yeah.
When there's nothing there, Drew's
right.
going to get you a few yards no matter what.
Along with Jonathan Sanchez, the running back duo graduating, and the other running back, Mark Kinsley Similian, who we haven't seen at running back, but we have seen at defensive line tonight. Him coming off an injury last week, got a chance to play against the Lee Williams Volunteers, utilized more on the defensive side tonight. Another guy, 3 running backs going to be gone for the Marauders next year. Harrison under center, takes the snap. He's going to drop back to pass, flips it to the left side. That's going to be Jonathan Sanchez. Sanchez looking for some room to run, keeps cutting back. Not sure if it was enough to get the first down, but he is very close on that reception from Harrison to Sanchez. It will be a first down, 1st and 10 for the Marauders.
Yeah, and that's a great job by Islis out there. You're going to watch right there on Bigay, great block. And then Sanchez able to kind of read Islis's numbers there and go back to the inside to get some more yards.
And you can see there Anthony Islis, as you mentioned, Nick, on that little flip, that little flip pass over to Jonathan Sanchez. 1st and 10 on the Coconino 16. Marauders knocking on the door with about a minute to go here in the first half. Harrison flips it left side. Drew Meyer trying to fight for the end zone. He will get brought down right around the goal line. So a big run from Drew Meyer. And that is enough for the Marauders' first down. It is 1st and goal for Mingus. Again, just a little flip to the left side from Drew Meyer. He sheds a few tackles, able to barrel his way for the first down. It will be 1st and goal for Mingus as they look to get into the end zone. Timeout Coconino. And Nick, guess what? We're going to stay right here.
Yeah, boy, Coach Provenzano is fired up down there, Philip. He is fired
Chest
up.
bump city, Nick.
Chest bump city's right. Marauders are ready to drive this one home and take the lead on Powerhouse Coconino with a minute left in the half.
Yep.
Now, Marauders have done a great job. They've already killed another 5 minutes on this drive.
Yep.
The long drive, that's a great job. All the Marauders are trying to do is keep Coconino's offense off the field, and they're doing a great job of it.
Very much so, and despite the 2 rushing touchdowns from Fauci, they've been able to slow down Zach Bennett for the most part. They've been able to take advantage of that one bad pass from Siri off his back foot for an interception. Pressure was coming, I don't blame him. And as you mentioned, Nick, we saw it in the first quarter. The Marauders able to keep possession for most of the first quarter. And here in the second half of the second quarter, with a minute to go here, they're doing a great job, and they're 1st and 5 on the Coconino 5. They're going to hand it off. It's going to be Drew Meyer. Meyer trying to get into the end zone. We'll see if he stretches and gets it. On that handoff run, maybe he's right at the line. He is. It'll be a gain of about 3, but a good run from Drew Meyer as Harrison just hands it off to the right side, and Meyer able to cut back and stopped short by the Coconino Panthers defense, and the Marauders going to try to take as much time off the clock as they can before they get into the end zone. Harrison under center, Meyer behind him, man in motion, that's Sanchez. Harrison's going to take it himself into the end zone. Marauders are back up 20-14 with 20 seconds to go here in the first half.
Yeah, great job. That's a great finish. I like Provenzano trying to give Drew Meyer.
Hang on, we're still waiting to see what happens here. We're not entirely sure if it is a touchdown. They may be calling Harrison down right back at the 1. We're still waiting for the official call here. I think it is going to be on the 1-yard line, so let me take that back. What a great stop by the Coconino Panthers defense.
It looked like Harrison scampered
I thought
right
Harrison got in too.
But that's, nice job by Coco to not let that happen. I think the refs are maybe talking that one over. Who saw the stop or a knee down? From up here in the booth, it looked like Harrison kind of ran right in there.
It did, and you can see the Marauders firing up this home crowd. 3rd and 1 on the Panthers 1. They look to get into the end zone before we head into halftime. 17 seconds left here. Our Larry Green Chevrolet scoreboard says 14-14. Marauders would love to make it 21-14, and they'll look to do it here on the 1-yard line. What does Coach P have in store for these Panthers? Harrison under center. Takes the snap, hands it off. Drew Meyer looking to get into the end zone. And they're going to say he stopped him again.
Yeah, nice job by Coconino. I
Wow.
mean, it looked like Drew Meyer maybe had a tiny lane there, but Coconino does a great job of shooting the gaps. And, wow, boy, this one is really coming down to it. 14 seconds left, 4th down on the 1-yard line.
On the Coconino 1, as we take a look at it here, and, yeah, it just seems like – it very much is what you just said, Nick. A great stop from the Panthers defense. They were able to pull back Meyer's momentum before he could get over into the end zone. So it will be 4th and 1 on the Panthers 1. We've got 14 seconds left here in the first half. When we do go into halftime, we will be joined by Marauder track coach Molly Westcott. I want to thank her very much for coming on the broadcast to talk about their unfortunate shortened season last year, and as they look to the spring season coming up very soon, we'll be joined by Molly Westcott, the Marauder track coach, at halftime. But for right now, we've got 14 seconds left. 4th and 1.
And I see Alvarez out there, curious as to see if they're going to line up for a possible field goal. And I don't agree. I agree with Coach Provenzano. It looks like the Marauders are going to go for the touchdown here.
Harrison under center, 4th and 1. Man in motion, that's Sanchez. Harrison gets into the end zone this time, no question. We wait for the official call. Touchdown, Marauders. 1-yard run from the junior quarterback, Zach Harrison, and he is fired up.
He's heading back to the sidelines, which is better known right now as Chest Bump City.
That's right. 20-14, Marauders lead with 8 seconds left as they go for the extra point. We'll see if they just go to kick it. It looks like they will. Harrison out there to hold it for Marcus Bueno. You can see a very simple quarterback draw from Zach Harrison into the end zone. He gets Sanchez and the man in motion, and then Meyer just sort of pushes him on his backside into the end zone, and Marcus Bueno puts it through the uprights. Nick, the Marauders are up 21-14. We've got 8 seconds left. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get you the rest of this first half and head into halftime. 8 seconds left on the clock.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare 23 insurance companies for home, health, auto, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance. Call or visit All Price Insurance today.
A big rushing touchdown from the junior starting quarterback for the Mingus Marauders puts them up 21-14 on our Larry Green Chevrolet scoreboard. 8 seconds left here in the first half. Philip Catafamo alongside Nick Yatsenko. And Nick, you gotta love what you're seeing from the Marauders against a very, very tough opponent in the Coconino Panthers.
Could be the best team in the region going on a few seasons now, Coconino. Absolute powerhouse, and they're building quite the dynasty. And the Marauders on senior night, looking outstanding.
Alvarez sends that one down. It will be received around the 15-yard line. Marauders just trying to slow down Zach Bennett, and they will. And that should do it here in the first half, as the Marauders will go into halftime leading this game 21-14. It is halftime here at Bright Field, and we've got a lot to talk about, Nick. When we come back, it'll be halftime here on Verde Valley TV and KYBC. Don't go anywhere.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. Larry Green Chevrolet, we're better and we'll prove it. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find our selection extensive and the sales team professional and courteous. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet just off Highway 260 next to Walmart or LarryGreenChevrolet.com.
Beautiful smiles improve more than just your dental health. They improve your confidence and quality of life. Verde Valley Orthodontics, the office of Dr. Nick Booth, offering the highest quality of technical care while treating their patients with respect, courtesy, and compassion. One happy client stated, "I can't stop smiling." Read more amazing reviews at verdevalleyortho.com. 2 convenient locations, Cottonwood and Sedona. Call 634-2121 to schedule your free evaluation today.
For 30 years, Roxu Screen Printers have provided Northern Arizona with clean, crisp, quality screen printing. They work with you to make the right choices in creating the right artwork and message to put forth your best image. Choose from brand name products and even fashion-forward designs, including caps, tees, sweatshirts, polos, and jackets. Make Roxu your choice for work and sports uniforms, workwear, resort wear, and more. Find out more at rokzootees.com. Roxu Screen Printers in Cottonwood, where clothing comes to rock.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services in the Verde Valley.
Call Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at GettlesHDM.com, providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle, get Gettles, and go Marauders!
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on Conoco fuel with your Kickback Rewards card. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to stop for those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here with something for everyone.
At Suzy Q.
Shop local first, always.
Go Marauders!
It is halftime here at Bright Field as the Mingus Marauders currently leading 21-14 against the Coconino Panthers. Philip Catafamo alongside Nick Yatsenko. And Nick, you got to be feeling good if you're the Mingus Marauders, as you see on their screen there. You can't see it on the radio side, but Coach Provenzano and the entire Marauder offense, we see Zach Figge there, was Anthony Islis, Elian Martinez, Drew Meyer, Jonathan Sanchez, the whole kit and caboodle down there checking out the television, looking at something, I would assume, something for the next half as the Marauders right now in a good position to continue their great offensive play.
Huge upset. This has got to be any of these schools around the region that are getting this score update. They're in shock. They're in shock, as kind of we are in the booth here. Mingus is playing an outstanding football game. They showed up on senior night. Any given Friday, you don't know what's going to happen. Tonight, Mingus is playing really sharp. We even got Loretto, the big guy out there.
Yeah, Loretto,
I was going to bring it up in the first segment. Loretto's got 3 rushing yards. kudos to him. A huge round of applause. Take a bow, Loretto.
Yep.
That's awesome. Nice job. You're going to be able to talk about that. Hopefully we get you that clip. That's awesome. And Marauders are looking great tonight so far.
Currently up 21-14, and they've done a good job of containing senior running back Zach Bennett, who we know was an absolute nightmare for the Marauders last season, has been a nightmare for the entire 4A Grand Canyon region. And, the Marauders have kept him in check so far, but it's been Tyson Fausel, the fullback, number 44, who has been running all over the Marauders. He's got the only 2 touchdowns on the night for the Panthers so far. But, look, we're not calling it a game right now. Not even near we're calling that. We know that this Panthers team is very, very good. We've seen it. They were down 7-14. They needed a touchdown. They got one immediately in the second quarter from Tyson Fausel.
Under a minute.
Exactly. We saw the touchdown from Zach Bennett. Unfortunately, was called back. You see their stats right there for Fausel. 3 carries, 121 yards, and 2 touchdowns for the junior fullback for the Coconino Panthers. But as I said, the Marauders cannot let the foot off the gas at all. This is a very, very talented Coconino Panthers team. There's a reason why they are 5-0 going into this game.
Yeah, and this is a team that beat Marcos Denisa their first game of the season.
Yeah.
Marcos Denisa is a huge Phoenix school. They've always played at a higher level than the Marauders, and they kind of moved down the last couple seasons. And to see that kind of scores on Coconino's scoreboard, and they're 5-0 against really good teams, they're a powerhouse, and they've got quite the dynasty going. And, boy, we've seen it tonight. Mingus is the one who's really starting to turn the wheel.
And very funny that you bring up Marcos Denizo, because their current offensive coordinator is the Marauders' former head coach, Robert Ortiz.
Right.
We do wish Coach Ortiz best of luck going forward with Marcos Denizo. Hopefully he has a long career there and can get back into the head coaching game. But kind of the ghost of Robert Ortiz making its way to the Coconino Panthers. We saw in week 1 it was a close overtime win as they stopped Marcos Denizo right at the line. That is the Coconino Panthers I am referring to when they were at home. And now the Marauders here in here in Cottonwood at the Cave are putting up a good fight against Coconino, 21-14, as we are in halftime right now.
And the Marauders are playing fundamentally sound.
Yes.
I mean, they're not making mistakes. We've seen one interception by Harrison. That's okay. He shook that off. As a matter of fact, Marauders defense went back out there and got a pick themselves.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what you have to do. And, like you're seeing on your screen there, that's outstanding coaching. These guys are going over the game plan right now. They're not in the locker room. These guys are watching the big screen.
Yeah.
They're looking at their footsteps. They're looking at who was not blocked on that play.
Yes.
They're looking at who can make something else work. Are they going to pull a different guard? Are they going to move some guys? Are they going to do a different play? And that's Coach Provenzano out there trying to make magic happen. And right now it's happening.
For those of you who are listening on KYBC, right now the Marauders are currently sitting on their sideline. There's a television that is set up for them. We saw that. I think we saw that in the Mojave game. They broke that out, or it was Bradshaw. I think they wheeled out that portable television. That is where the Marauders are sitting right now, huddled around the TV, getting ready for the second half against these Coconino Panthers. You see right there your Larry Green Chevrolet scoreboard, 21-14. Marauders currently leading at half. Still a lot more football to be played. When we come back, we'll keep talking about it right here at the halftime show at Verde Valley TV and KYBC. Don't go anywhere.
Since 1925, Tiffany Construction has worked with developers and local and federal government to build, expand, and improve infrastructure, roads, drainage systems, and subdivisions. From concept to completion, the Tiffany Construction team provides a full complement of construction services and state-of-the-art delivery methods customized to fit your needs and budget. They're Arizona's longest tenured family-owned and operated civil contractor and proudly serving the Verde Valley since 1991. Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare 23 insurance companies for home, health, auto, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance. Call or visit All Price Insurance today.
Hi, my name's Crazy Tony. The reason I'm here today is to let you know what Poquito Loco is all about. Unlike the rest of the Mexican food restaurants in that area, our main focus is tacos. From street tacos to cheap tacos and everything in between. So come on down to Poquito Loco for some crazy good tacos, the newest place in Old Town. And also we are honored to offer 10% of our profits to the Old Town Mission to help less fortunate. Have a great day and be safe.
Want to welcome you back here to Verde Valley TV and KYBC. We'll have you step a little bit closer there, Coach. I am joined now by Molly Westcott, the track coach here at Mingus Union High School. Molly, thank you very much for coming on.
Of course. I'm happy to be here.
Now, Coach, last year the spring season was cut short, not only just for the track program, but also for baseball. They were unable to get their season finished off. Basically, the whole rest of spring season was cut short. Just tell me your thoughts when you got that call or that email that told you we're going to have to shut things down.
You know, it was hard because we kind of expected it, but the day it came, it was still really hard for me and the kids, and they had high expectations for the season, so it was hard, even though it was kind of expected at that point.
Now, you are entering into a fresh season this year, so you'll get an opportunity to recruit a little bit more. I know at the Marauder volleyball game, Shelby Link had expressed a little bit of interest in possibly joining the track team.
Yes.
So I'll ask you, and the same thing with the football team, is at any point you kind of look around and go, okay, maybe Jonathan Sanchez will want to do track this year, or maybe Drew Meyer want to do shot put. You did a little bit of scouting when you were here at the football games?
All the time, every day in class.
Yeah,
it's funny because Johnny actually did track last year, but he was the only football player last year.
Oh, yeah,
so
gotta get more out there.
I always hope to have more kids out there, and I know Coach Provenzano is going to help out with that. So yeah, I'm always on the lookout for kids.
You got to get a couple of those big offensive linemen to do shot put. And do we do javelin here in Arizona?
We do now.
We do. Okay,
as
all
of
right.
just a few years ago.
All right, and then how is the team looking so far this year? I know that you're just getting into the swing of things here as we begin. We're not even close to the spring season yet, but
not close.
But you got to be starting a couple of the off-season training and getting ready for the upcoming season.
Yep. So it's a little harder with track because most of our kids are running cross country right now.
Right.
So we have other kids that are ready to go. So as soon as cross country done and I got my moment, we're on.
So again, along with being a track coach, you're also a teacher here, administration. Anything going on around campus right now?
Not really. It's just kind of business as usual. We're getting into the swing of things, and everyone's pretty much just going with the flow, and things are good.
Now, what are the odds you want to take over for Nick Yatsenko here in the second half?
Oh, not a chance.
Of course. All right, well, we will bring back Nick Yatsenko then. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, more halftime here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV. Thank you very much, Coach Westbrook, for coming on the program.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back.
Hi, this is Parker Jones with Jones Ford in the Verde Valley. At Jones Ford, we're proud Arizonans, we're proud Americans, and we are proud to serve our community. At Jones Ford, we offer an amazing selection of new Ford vehicles, and we offer pre-owned vehicles of all makes and models. And we offer them all to you at a discounted sales tax, which will save you hundreds. I promise we are worth your consideration. We are Jones Ford, Verde Valley, Arizona's best.
Yavapai College has 6 campuses and centers in Sedona, the Prescott area, and the Verde Valley. With more than 100 degree and certificate programs, YC has what you need to jumpstart your academic journey. Our athletics teams are some of the best in the nation, and we have plenty of student-led clubs, organizations, and activities. Our full-time student discount makes YC the most affordable option in Arizona for a full-time student. Learn more today at yc.edu.
2 things we can count on every year:
a new set of tax rules and great weather here in northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tandy, owners of Taylor Waste.
We're the last local garbage company homegrown in the Verde Valley.
And we want to be your first choice for residential and small business garbage service.
Get a free month service when you make the switch to Taylor Waste.
And enjoy monthly service as low as $14 per month.
Visit TaylorWaste.com for more information.
Or to start service, call Taylor Waste at 649-2662.
Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs.
We are about 2 minutes away here from getting the second half kicked off as the Marauders currently leading the Coconino Panthers 21-14. Philip Katafmo alongside Nick Itzinko. Want to welcome you back here on Verde Valley TV and KYBC. And Nick, you got to be happy right now with that first half play from the Marauders. But as we mentioned, still a whole lot of time left in this game.
Couldn't wait to take that away from you and run with it because the Marauders are doing outstanding and they're doing everything right now. What you're seeing is a fundamentally sound, great game by Mingus.
Yep.
You can tell they're out coaching Coconino, they're out playing Coconino. So far, Mingus is looking great. Coconino's fullback Fausel is doing a great job. A couple huge runs he's had, but Mingus is looking really sharp tonight so far.
They are playing some great football against the current projected region champ, Coconino, coming into this game 5-0. And Marauders, Mingus would just, if anything, Nick, would just like to ruin the undefeated season of the Coconino Panthers. And right behind them, the Flagstaff Eagles, who are taking on the Lee Williams Volunteers. And you've got three teams, Nick, tied for second place. Flagstaff taking on Lee Williams. Lee Williams and Flagstaff are both 3-2. Right in between them is Bradshaw Mountain. They're taking on Prescott. So right now, a battle for second place is occurring outside of the stadium here. But the Marauders would love to just pop the tires of this Coconino Panthers team with a win tonight. And right now, they are poised 21-14. If they can come out and play as good as they did in that first half, maybe even better. Again, you and I have talked about it. We haven't said it on air, but the Marauders essentially have to go touchdown for touchdown against Coconino. If they can get some separation, possibly get the ball back here as Coconino will start with the ball in the kickoff, go into the end zone early on, get yourself a 2-touchdown lead, you get a little more cushion between you and Tyson Fausel and Zach Bennett.
Yeah, and you're doing a great job of stopping Zach Bennett so far. You're doing a great job of that. You're keeping him, he's under 10 yards rushing right now. I mean, it's outstanding by the Marauders. However, they are using Fausel in a big way. Fausel's looking really good. He's had a couple really long runs. He's really fast. Marauders are going to struggle a little bit to contain him, but that's what the halftime adjustments are for.
Yeah.
So you can't lose focus on Bennett. You got to maintain your focus on Bennett and make Fausel beat you. You know, that might be your defensive game plan. Just, hey, you know what? We already know the fullback is going to run up the field on us, and he's fast. So let's make him beat us. You might have to pick and choose what weapons you go after. And like you said earlier, Philip, boy, isn't that the silver lining? You know, when you're not going for the region championship, if you can possibly ruin it for somebody else. Yeah. And let me tell you, that might just clear the slate mentally for the Marauders a little bit. We're seeing a really sharp, fundamentally sound team tonight. They're playing really well. They're playing knowledgeable. We saw Zach Harrison avoid a safety and throw the ball up in the air. Now, it got intercepted.
Correct.
But he avoided the safety by taking an intentional grounding penalty in the end zone. And what do the Marauders do right on the other side of that? They pick the ball off. So it's a great job by the defense covering for Harrison, and they're working on all cylinders tonight so far.
You know, it's kind of a lingering question, and it doesn't just directly affect the Mingus Marauders, but you kind of wonder where this team would be if they had had a full offseason, if they had had those 7-on-7s, if they had had that scrimmage to begin the season, where the Marauders could be right now. As they played, even without the offseason, they played great against Flagstaff, and they lost 7-0. They come back and they beat Mojave 69-0. They come back, they do lose to River Valley. They were up 15-0 at half, and unfortunately they gave the lead away. They're really going to try to avoid that tonight, up 21-14. But of course, they did lose to Bradshaw. Bradshaw always tough. Coconino always tough, of course. Lee Williams, a tough team as well. You kind of wonder what and where this team would be and where they would be if they had that time with Coach Provenzano to get into the weight room, to learn more about the offensive strategy in the playbook, to get an opportunity to hit with pads, to play without pads, to run through the offense. Where would this team be right now if we got a chance to see them get a full off season?
You know what, and it goes, I mean, you can only control what you can control.
Right.
And the same goes for Coconino and some of these other teams. Where would Coconino be, you know, on the flip side of that? They'd be great.
Well, they're already really great. They're 5-0.
Both teams would be much more developed.
Yeah.
You would see some crisper, cleaner plays, probably less injuries.
Yes.
If you have all those summer workouts and everything. But if you're a young guy on the Marauders, if you're a sophomore, junior, freshman, you got to really not take this for granted, those summer workouts. You have to, now that you're going into after this season and those younger guys are looking to develop and play varsity on Friday nights, now you got to be itching to get back in that weight room.
Yeah.
You got to be like, hey, let's get on the practice field. Because, all off season, these guys have kind of been trapped at home with the rest of us, and the Marauders are doing a good job of shaking it off and looking sharp so far.
So it will be the Marauders kicking away to the Coconino Panthers as we get things going here in the second half. The third quarter underway here at at the Cave. I want to welcome you here on Verde Valley TV and KYBC. You can see our Larry Green Chevrolet scoreboard. 21-14 Marauders lead as Angelo Alvarez looks to send it downfield, and he will do so. Looking to get it into the end zone. It'll take a hop around the 5, and guess what, Nick? It goes right into the back of the end zone. So the Panthers will start on their own 20, 1st and 10 to start off the third quarter.
Add another touchback to Angelo Alvarez's stats there. That's a great job kicking.
Yep. You got to like it so far from Angelo Alvarez. He's got an interception. He's got a receiving touchdown, and he's doing a great job with his leg. Maybe, just maybe, he gets another Verde Lee Market Player of the Game.
He's trying to earn it. He's trying to earn it. I'll tell you what, he's looking good, and he's got the Marauders fired up on the sidelines. And like we saw during halftime, Coach Provenzano giving these guys the coaching spiel.
Siri in that wing T formation, waiting to take the snap. He will take it. They're going to hand it off to Bennett right side, and Bennett will get wrapped up for a run of about 2 on that handoff from Siri to Bennett. And here we go. We are underway. 11 minutes and 50 seconds left here. 2nd and 10. Or excuse me, 2nd and 8 after the tackle from Lee Lockney, the fellow senior for the Mingus Marauders. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, good job by Lee. That was all Lee grabbing Bennett's shoulder pads there, not letting him get upfield.
Here we go again here, the Marauders. Or excuse me, the Panthers in their formation here. They're going to hand it off again. That's going to be Bennett. Bennett hurdles. Oh, man. Hurdles over somebody. Gets into the first down and a little bit more on that handoff up the middle. And Bennett jumping right over one of the Marauders defenders. First down. Or excuse me, that was Cordoza on the run.
Wow, Cordoza making it look pretty out there. That's a great jump.
Yeah, the handoff there. Manuel Cordoza able to get the first down, 1st and 10 on the Coconino 37. Siri takes the snap. He's going to hand it off. This time it's Bennett on the right side. Bennett cutting through, gets a few blocks. Not going to get the first down. He's short. Ball's loose. We'll see who picks it up. I think the Panthers may have picked it up. And yes, they did. Coconino able to not only get the fumble recovery, but they do get the first down almost unintentionally. But a great job by Andy Ruiz to jump on that one immediately. That would have been a huge, huge stop for the Marauders early on.
Yeah, and Coconino wiping the sweat off their foreheads now. That was a big break for the Panthers, able to cover that one. And the Marauders looking okay so far defensively. Got to get some pressure here on Bennett and Siri.
Siri takes the snap. He's going to hand it off. Bennett right side. Barrels his way for a couple yards and gets brought down. And he will get stopped after about a 4-yard run up the middle. So it will bring up 2nd down as now the Panthers make their way to the Marauder side of the football field. And Mingus
2nd and 5 on the Mingus 43-yard line.
Looking to make a stop here. 2nd and 5 on their Marauder 43. 9 minutes and 57 seconds to go here in the third quarter. They're going to hand it off again. Bennett right side. He's got a lot of room to run. Gets a blocker, cuts back, gets the first down, and will get brought down around the 40, or excuse me, the 33-yard line, 32. It'll bring up 1st down for the Panthers. And Nick, they're starting to move the ball a little bit.
Yeah, most certainly. And you can see Bennett does a great job. He's got a lot of patience waiting for his guards to get out there and get some blocks and get upfield for those yardage. Now, Marauders still doing a good job of keeping Bennett under that 10-yard run so far. It's just these small chunks he's getting, but good job by the Panthers to get the first.
1st and 10 on the Panthers 34. They're going to hand it off. That's going to be, again, Cordoza. Cordoza, man behind him, that's Sturkalek. He's going to get into the end zone. Handoff up the middle to Maxwell Cordoza into the end zone for Manuel Cordoza into the end zone for a touchdown. And the Panthers, Marauders up a touchdown, and now we are looking to be even here as the Panthers look to go for the extra point. Cordoza with a good run, able to cut through some of the defenders on that run up the middle. able to get a lot of room into the end zone, and now the Panthers will look to tie it up. It's 21-20 currently, 9 minutes and 16 seconds left here as we await the extra point from Jesus Trejo. Ball is snapped, kick is up, and it is good. Trejo again, perfect on extra points, and 21-21 our score here. We mentioned it, the Marauders cannot let their foot off the gas. We'll see if the offense can get a touchdown as the defense gives one up. We're tied in the third quarter.
Since 1925, Tiffany Construction has worked with developers and local and federal government to build, expand, and improve infrastructure, roads, drainage systems, and subdivisions. From concept to completion, the Tiffany Construction team provides a full complement of construction services and state-of-the-art delivery methods customized to fit your needs and budget. They're Arizona's longest tenured family-owned and operated civil contractor and proudly serving the Verde Valley since 1991. Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality.
First and 10 here as the Marauders will await the kick return. Philip Katafmo alongside Nick Itzinko. I want to welcome you back here on Verde Valley TV and KYBC. We're tied after the rushing touchdown from Manuel Cordoza. Nick, the Marauders doing a good job of keeping Zach Bennett quiet, but the other running backs have been an absolute problem for Mingus so far in this one.
Yeah, you bet. And you bet that was a part of the Coconino halftime adjustments, is if the Marauders are going to key on Bennett, we're going to use our other weapons, and they most certainly did.
That one's sent downfield. It will be returned from Alvarez in the end zone, and it will be a touchback.
Alvarez says, I wanted a chance to return that. His foot just went over the end zone.
So the Marauders essentially going to have to go touchdown for touchdown against this Coconino Panthers team. We're all knotted up at 21 here. 9 minutes and 16 seconds left here in the third quarter. The ball spotted on the Marauder 20 as they look to get into the end zone and start to put something together here against the Coconino Panthers, who, as we mentioned, it may not be Zach Bennett running all over these Marauders, but Tyson Fausel has gotten to the end zone. Manuel Cordoza has gotten into the end zone. And it's been a tough night for the Marauders on the ground as they hand it off to Meyer, and Meyer wrapped up after about a gain of 1 or 2 on that handoff from Harrison up the gut to Drew Meyer.
Yeah, and a great job by Drew to do, I like the spin move at the end. That'll get him another couple yards. You'll see it on your screen here. Drew does a good job of fighting through a tackle, then spins and gets a couple yards out of it.
8 minutes and 50 seconds left here in the third quarter. Ball on the Marauders 24, 2nd and 6. We're all tied up at 21. You see there on your Larry Green Chevrolet scoreboard, Harrison under center. Takes the snap, hands it off left side. That's going to be Jonathan Sanchez looking for a few blocks ahead. Sanchez trying to fight for that first down. I think they'll give it to him, but he is brought down. Should be first down, Marauders. Good run from Jonathan Sanchez.
Yep, and that's Marauders going right back to it. And you saw the ref signal his hand to keep the clock running. That means momentum was stopped while he was in bounds, which is great for the Marauders because, boy, Philip, it's going to be key that the Marauders go back to that first half strategy, which was do not let Coconino have the football.
No.
The touchdowns we've seen Coconino score have all been about under a minute, maybe just over a minute. So Marauders doing a great job at time of possession tonight.
Mingus, exactly what you said, Nick. We'll keep talking about that here after this play. Harrison under center, 2 wide receivers to the left. Harrison's going to drop back to pass. He's got some time to throw. He will complete the pass on the left side to Meyer, and he will go out of bounds. Or, excuse me, that one completed to Freddie Jimenez. Not enough for the first down. A good 8-yard completion from Harrison to Jimenez. But going back to your point, Nick, they have to. They have to slowly move their way down the field, try to take a minute off the clock as much as they can. So that gives Coconino just barely a few seconds or maybe under a minute to score. And this will really help the Marauders control the tempo and take the lead. Harrison's going to hand it off again here. This is Drew Meyer on the left side. Meyer's going to barrel his way for the first down. Marauders again, slowly but surely moving the ball down the field, trying to burn more of the clock as we've got 7 minutes and 20 seconds left here in the third. If they can bring down the clock, Nick, in this possession to around the 4 or 3 minute mark, I mean, this is an incredible drive from the Marauders, and if they can score, even better.
You know, going back to the first half, Marauders must have had this ball for about 20 minutes compared to Coconino's 5 or 6 minutes.
I wish we had a time of possession clock because we could tell you exactly how long the Marauders have had the ball, but
it's lopsided.
It's been a while, yeah. 6 minutes and 56 seconds left here in the third. 1st and 10 on Marauder 44. Harrison's going to hand it off left side. Sanchez looking for a few blocks. He will get them, but he will get brought down on that 4-yard run. Good tackle by number 8, Jacob Begay, the senior for the Coconino Panthers, able to bring down Jonathan Sanchez, the fellow senior, on the opposite side. 5-yard run from Jonathan Sanchez that'll bring up 2nd and 5 on the Marauder 49-yard line as they look to get it into Coconino territory.
Well, and how about so far, that offensive line is making for the Marauders, is making a great argument to have Sanchez and Meyer take him out to dinner this week.
Harrison under center takes the snap. He's going to hand it off left side. That's going to be Drew Meyer on the handoff. Not a whole lot on that run, maybe about 3. But as we mentioned, this is a part of the game plan. Just keep it going, burn the clock as much as you can. Harrison and Sanchez over by Coach Provenzano. And the clock keeps ticking down. 5 minutes and 50 seconds left here in the third quarter. This is what Mingus has to do. Essentially, Nick, they need to get a touchdown and a stop, and then go into the fourth quarter controlling the possession up by a touchdown. So, like I said, if they can get into the end zone here and burn as much time off as they can, they'll be in a good position. Harrison's going to hand it off left side. Sanchez cutting back, looking for the first down. Momentum will carry in for the first down. And we'll see if the Marauders got it. And yes, they do. First down, Marauders.
Yeah, another outstanding job by that offensive line. You're going to watch your replay here. All those red jerseys on the offensive line. Yep. You see Loretto at the end still helping his running back. Islas in there as well. That's a great job by the big guys. And, man, they're really earning it tonight.
It's chest bump city down there on the Mingus sideline, and it's going to be even more if they can get into the end zone. Now they're on the Coconino 45 after that 5-yard rushing attack from the Marauders to get the first down. 1st and 10, 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Flip to the left side, that's going to be Meyer. Great swarming tackle from the Coconino Panthers, right back at the line.
Yeah, and wow, I'm sure we're going to get a replay here. Drew Meyer almost gets taken down 3 yards in the backfield, and he does a phenomenal job of just bobbing and weaving and spinning to get back to the line of scrimmage. Man, we are going to miss that for sure. The senior on senior night having a great game.
Yeah, it is senior night here at the Cave at Mingus Union High School as the Marauders have the ball on the Panthers 45, 2nd and 10, 4 minutes and 30 seconds left. Man in motion, that's going to be Sanchez. They're going to hand it off up the middle to Meyer. Meyer able to get a few on that run, maybe about 5. It's going to bring it around the Panthers 40, and we'll bring up 3rd down. 3rd and 5 for the Marauders. And Nick, we're getting close to that 3-minute mark here. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left.
Yeah, just a time-crushing drive again by the Marauders offense. It's a great job to just keep the sticks moving, using all your plays. I mean, they're going to 3rd down each time, but the Marauders are turning the wheels, and they're getting it.
They need the first down here. 3rd and 5. Keep this drive going, getting close to under 4 minutes. Harrison takes the snap, hands it off right side. Sanchez cuts back again, fighting for a few extra yards. He's not going to get the first down, but the Marauders right there, about a yard short. 4-yard run from Jonathan Sanchez. He was almost wrapped up in the backfield, but able to maneuver his way around the defense of the Panthers for a first down. Marauders 4th and 1 on the Panthers 36.
That's Sanchez, a little shake and bake there. That's a good job. He almost got to the first down marker, too.
He did.
Interesting to see what Coach Provenzano is going to do here. He knows his offensive line's got some momentum.
Marauders are going to hustle to the line here, try to get either the Panthers on the offsides or maybe run something up the middle. They're 4th and 1 on the Panthers 36. Harrison takes the snap, hands it off. Meyer's going to get the first down and a little more. Big run from Drew Meyer around the 30-yard line. 6-yard run for Meyer. First down for the Marauders.
Keep that clock rolling. That's a great job by the offense to stay in bounds. Drew Meyer does on a big 4th down.
Yep.
The Marauders bounce it outside the tackles just a little bit. Great play call.
That's what you like to see. 1st and 10 for the Marauders on the Panthers 30. It is 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. When we started this drive, Nick, we had 7 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, and Coconino's on the other side. That offense of Coconino is just like, man, we got to get it back out on the field here.
Yes,
these guys are hardly breaking a sweat.
Harrison again under center, takes the snap, hands it off left side. That's going to be Sanchez. He's going to cut back into the middle and get about maybe 3 on that run as he is tackled into the pylon 2 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the third. A good run as it brings up 2nd and 8 for the Marauders on the 28-yard line.
Yeah, and that's a great job by Sanchez because that's maturity out of a running back. Because Sanchez looks like he's going to bounce that to the outside, and then last minute sees he's got nothing, and he just sprints up the field for a couple yards.
Harrison under center. Only one receiver lined up right. He's going to hand it off. It's going to be Drew Meyer. Meyer trying to fight for that first down. He gets wrapped up and brought down. Small gain from Drew Meyer.
Big hit out there.
Yeah, huge hit.
Everyone's getting up okay. That was a nice play by the Coconino defense.
Huge clean hit from the Coconino Panthers, as it's going to be a short gain for Drew Meyer. 3rd and 5 on the 25-yard line. The Marauders again would very much like another first down here and try to control the rest of this possession. We've got 1 minute and 30 seconds left here in the third quarter. Ball on the Coconino 25. 3rd and 5. Harrison, man in motion. They're going to hand it off. Sanchez, right side, gets a block from Meyer. Sanchez, not enough for the first down. He will get stopped. Maybe a gain of 1, possibly right back at the line on that run. 4th down.
Yeah, and I like it. It's only going to open up the pass more. All this rushing is going to, Harrison is 6 for 8. He's doing great so far with passes.
Very much so.
And that's because the running game is just so crisp right now. And another 4th down for the Marauders. Boy, if they can keep converting on these 4th downs, Philip, that momentum that they're building is just great. And I'm sure the defense is hyped. They got to come up with a big stop when they get back out there after all this work by the offense.
45 seconds left here. Harrison takes the snap. Meyer trying to fight for that first down. He is wrapped up right back at the line. Turnover for the Marauders. 36 seconds left here in the third. And now the Marauders defense will have to slow down the Panthers offense. They were unable to do so to open up this third quarter, as Manuel Cordoza was able to get into the end zone to tie things up here. And now the Marauders defense is going to have to come out sharp and get a stop and look to continue their stop, because we've only got 36 seconds left. Get a stop here, go into the fourth quarter, and stop the Panthers' offensive drive and get the ball back into your offensive hands, and again, keep burning time off the clock. 36 seconds left here, 1st and 10 on the Marauder 23. Siri takes the snap, hands it off right side. That's going to be Bennett. Bounces off a blocker, cuts back. He gets brought down, still churning those legs. Not enough for the first down. He is stopped about 2 yards short, but a big run. Nope, it's going to be a first down. 1st and 10 now for the Panthers. The clock will keep winding down. You can see that handoff. And Bennett on the right side just bouncing off defenders, and Drew Meyer able to wrap him up and bring him down. Harrison trying to finish that tackle. 16 seconds left here in the third quarter. 1st and 10. Again, the ball on the Marauder 33. The Panthers 33. Siri takes the snap, hands it off again. Bennett right side. Lot of room to run for Zach Bennett. He cuts around the 50 and gets brought down around the 40. Essentially a touchdown-saving tackle, as Zach Bennett had all kinds of time to throw. That will end the third quarter. 21-21 our score here as we enter the fourth. Only 12 minutes left before we find out who wins the battle of David and Goliath. The Marauders and the Panthers will be right back right after this.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tandy, owners of Taylor Waste.
We're the last local garbage company homegrown in the Verde Valley.
And we want to be your first choice for residential and small business garbage service.
Get a free month service when you make the switch to Taylor Waste.
And enjoy monthly service as low as $14 per month.
Visit TaylorWaste.com for more information.
Or to start service, call Taylor Waste at 649-2662.
Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare 23 insurance companies for home, health, auto, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance. Call or visit All Price Insurance today.
1st and 10 on the Marauder 38. We've got a fresh 12 on the clock as we get the fourth quarter going. Siri, shotgun formation in that wing T offense. Hands it off. Bennett up the middle. Marauders got to slow him down here. They will, but not enough for the first down. A big run, about 8 or 9 yards from Zach Bennett. And it is enough for the first down. I thought he was stopped a little short, but they'll give it to him regardless. And another good run from Zach Bennett. And it was Falsey in the first half. It was Cordoza to start off the second half. And now here in the fourth quarter, Nick, I'm a little worried that Zach Bennett might start getting hot.
Yeah, and that's okay. Hopefully the Marauders made some adjustments, keeping an eye on Cordoza and Fausel. But no, you're right, Philip. It's going to be a barn burner. Coconino's got the potential to score on any play.
Siri takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to Fausel up the gut, and the Marauders read that one beautifully as they stop him right back at the line. It'll bring up second down. Maybe a gain of 1, if anything, right back at the line. 2nd and 10 here. Good tackle from Ethan Jones and Drew Meyer.
Fausel's not sure what to do. He's like, hey, I don't have open field in front of me. Remember, he had a couple of massive runs this game. Marauders do a good job there, taking them down.
2nd and 10 here on the Marauder 27. Siri awaits the snap and takes it. They're going to hand it off. Bennett, left side this time. Oh, brought down around the legs. Beautiful tackle from Drew Meyer. The running back brings down the other running back for a loss, and that one may have been a touchdown-saving run as Bennett had some room to run on the right side. You can see there the draw play as they hand it off to Bennett, and he goes to the right side. And Drew Meyer, what a great read and a great job to wrap up the big senior running back.
Yeah, that's smart defensive work right there by Drew Meyer. That's highlight reel stuff.
Yeah.
You're right. That was a gaping hole that Bennett was about to scamper through, and Drew Meyer takes him out, and he's got his defense fired up.
3rd and 9 on the Coconino 26. Marauders need to stop here. Siri takes the snap, hands it off. Bennett is going to get brought down. Not enough for the first down. We've got 4th down and short.
Zach Bennett on the carry.
Good run from Zach Bennett on that handoff up the middle. You can see there on your replay, Siri taking the snap and just, again, hands it right off to his big senior running back. And Bennett able to churn those legs. And 4th and 2 for the Coconino Panthers on their own on the Marauders 19. Mingus would love a huge stop here. Carry some momentum when they go into the offensive side. Siri waiting the snap, takes it. He's going to hand it off. Bennett will get the first down, and he will get pushed out of bounds. There is a flag on the field. We'll see who it's on. Coach Provenzano's fired up.
There is a flag on the play.
We'll see who it is on. And I got to say, Nick, if you're the Marauders, you hope it's on the Coconino Panthers, because if it's on...
Personal foul on the Marauders. Personal foul on the Marauders, and I'm pretty sure that's what Coach P was fired up about.
Yeah, Coach Provenzano not happy at all about that call. We'll see what the personal foul was for. As you can see, Bennett going out of bounds.
I think he was back behind the play a little bit. I think Leon Martinez might have been involved in that. Just a little bit of extracurricular activity. And
so that's going to put the Panthers essentially
sets them up.
1st and goal. As the ball is spotted on what looks like to be the 8-yard line. That is the Marauder 8. It's very close here. Siri takes the snap. They're going to hand it off. Bennett wrapped up at the line and brought down for a loss. 2nd down for the Marauders.
Yeah, and there's the Red Sea right there. About 5 Marauders taking down Bennett in the backfield. And, hey, that defense playing up to the occasion there. You see Coconino stacked up front. That wing T, almost everybody is within 6 yards on the line of scrimmage. You can see the running backs in the backfield getting in their 3-point stances.
2nd and 7 on the Marauders 7. 9 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Marauders would love a stop. Siri takes the snap, flips it left side. Bennett's got room on the left. The Marauders trying to swarm him, and they will bring him down. What a great open field tackle from the Marauders. And we'll look to get a jersey number. I believe that was Hunter Perkins on the tackle. We'll take a look at it here on the replay, and it looks like, yes, it was. Hunter Perkins has made his presence felt since week 1. He has been playing phenomenally.
That's outstanding form right there by Hunter Perkins to go out, not let Bennett get a stiff arm on him, and jumps right after those legs and takes him right out. That's great tackling.
3rd and 8 on the Marauders 8 after the 1-yard loss from the flip to Zach Bennett. Siri is going to hand it off this time. It's Cordoza. He's got all kinds of room into the end zone for the touchdown. And now the Marauders find themselves behind against the Coconino Panthers. Our score on our Larry Green Chevrolet scoreboard now, 27-21.
Yeah, and a good counter play there. Great play call by the Coconino Panthers staff over there. And they just kind of caught the Marauders right off guard. A little counter play, and Cordoza goes about untouched.
Extra point on the way here to make this a one-touchdown game. It is up, and it is all good. 27-21 with 8 minutes and 7 seconds to go here in the third. Can David beat Goliath? Only one way to find out. We'll take a break. When we come back, more football right here on Verde Valley TV and KYBC.
Hi, this is Parker Jones with Jones Ford in the Verde Valley. At Jones Ford, we're proud Arizonans, we're proud Americans, and we are proud to serve our community. At Jones Ford, we offer an amazing selection of new Ford vehicles, and we offer pre-owned vehicles of all makes and models. And we offer them all to you at a discounted sales tax, which will save you hundreds. I promise we are worth your consideration. We are Jones Ford, Verde Valley, Arizona's best.
Welcome back here to the fourth quarter as the Mingus Marauders currently down 28-21 to the Coconino Panthers. Philip Catafamo alongside Nick Yatsinko. Want to welcome you back here on Verde Valley TV and KYBC. The Marauders will look to get into the end zone, Nick, and possibly send this into some extra time. It'll be returned around the 10-yard line. Alvarez looking to cut back, looking for a few extra yards. He'll get brought down around the 28. Good run from Angelo Alvarez. A great return from the junior.
Yeah, setting up his offense to get ready to march down the field. Marauders doing what they do best tonight. They need to maintain this great offensive rushing game that they've had. We are sitting at 8 minutes on the clock in the fourth quarter right now, down by a touchdown and the extra point. Marauders got to put something together. And for Coconino, only getting 28 is still a pretty good job for the Marauders defense, but the offense takes credit for being on the field so long.
1st and 10 on the Marauder 20, on the Marauder 28. It's going to be a flip to the left side. Drew Meyer on that run, maybe about one. Again on the Marauder 29. That'll bring up second down. Gain of about one, so 2nd and 9 for the Marauders with 7 minutes and 40 seconds to go here. Just a quick little flip to the left side from Drew Meyer and a great swarming tackle from number 82 for the Coconino Panthers. That's Nick Valdez with a great wrap-up tackle on Drew Meyer. 7 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the fourth. Harrison takes the snap, hands it off, ball is loose, but Sanchez able to jump right on top of it. So a little bit of a miscue on that handoff from Harrison to Sanchez.
Yeah, and boy, those are the fundamental errors that you really got to try to stay away from. I'm not sure if maybe pulling guard, maybe touch the ball on that, or a little bounce is a funky handoff. But yeah, that's the stuff you really got to try to avoid with your Marauders, because now they're sitting at 3rd and long here.
3rd and 14 for the Marauders on their own 26-yard line. Harrison under center. Wide receiver lined up left. Harrison takes the snap, drops back to pass, looking for something over the middle. He is going to complete it to Figgy, and Figgy's going to get brought down right back at the line of scrimmage and bring up 4th down.
Yeah, boy, Harrison had plenty of time there. You're going to see here on your replay that offensive line of the Marauders does a great job of blocking the pass rush.
Yeah, it's Figgy able to make that catch, and a good tackle there by Jacob Begay, number 8. We've been calling his name all night tonight on the defensive side as the Marauders look to punt it away here on 4th and 10. Jacob Klaus back there around the 30-yard line. 6 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. And Nick, the Marauders need a huge stop and a quick score. Snap to Alvarez. He'll send it downfield. Begay's going to call a fair catch, and he will stop around the 35. And Klaus able to make the catch. I think I said Begay, I meant Klaus. Klaus able to catch it. 28-21. Again, 6 minutes here in the fourth. 1st and 10 for Coconino on their own 34. And Nick, you got to stop the Panthers.
Yeah, it's a tall task. stopping this Coconino offense.
Yeah.
These guys have got a lot of different weapons that they use, and you can just tell that they're very well coached. I mean, you just saw the fair catch there. You like seeing that kind of football played at the high school level. That's just smart. Marauders got to be smart here.
1st and 10 on the Panthers 34. Siri takes the snap, hands it off. Up the middle goes Zach Bennett, and he will get stopped after a gain of about 2. So a good little run from Zach Bennett, and the clock will still keep going.
And you bet Figgy and some of these seniors out here are just really trying to get that ball back to their offense. They know the offense have done a great job all night, putting up some yards on the ground. And Marauders defense looking to just keep the Coconino Panthers out of the end zone.
2nd and 5 on the Panthers 39, 28-21 with 5 minutes and 20 to go. They're going to hand it off again. This time it's going to be a handoff up the middle, and the ball's loose. We'll see who picked it up. I think Coconino may have picked it up there.
Yeah,
yes, they did. So they get the first down. The ball was loose at the end of the play, but if I were to put money on it, Nick, I would say probably down before the ball came out. But 1st and 10. Marauders still looking for a stop as the ball's on the 45.
Yeah, and it's safe to say the Marauders can, you would think, kind of be able to cheat a little bit. Coconino, not one passing yard so far tonight. Series 0 for 4 in the passing game with an interception. So you know you're going to get one of those weapons that Coconino has.
1st and 10 here on the Panthers 45. Siri takes the snap, hands it off to Bennett on the draw. Bennett wrapped up behind the line and taken down. No gain on that run from the senior running back, Zach Bennett. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, good job by the defensive line to pile up, and I think I saw Alvarez get in there. You see Harrison on your screen, and for those of you listening, Zach Harrison, quarterback, is out there playing cornerback.
That's right.
Buzzing around on defense.
A little strange to see Zach Bennett on the defensive side as a corner, but a new little strategy for the Mingus Marauders. We'll see if it'll pay off here tonight as they're down 28-21. 4 minutes to go here in the 4th. Ball on the Coconino 45. They're going to hand it off again. Bennett taken right back at the line. Again, no gain as it brings up 3rd down for the Marauders. A gain of 2 from Zach Bennett. 3rd and 8 on the Coconino 47.
Yeah, and the Marauders have done a great job of holding. You take away Fousel's 2 massive runs.
Yeah.
The Marauders really have shut down quite a powerhouse offense in Coconino that's put up over 90 points in the last 3 games.
3 minutes and 30 seconds left here. Siri takes the snap. He's going to hand it off. That's Cordoza. Marauders got to stop him before he gets to the first down. They will. So a good run from Manuel Cordoza. Zach Figgy is currently laying on the field, and he slowly gets up. So hopefully Zach Figgy is okay. His final game here at Mingus Union High School, along with Lee Locknane, Jonathan Sanchez, Elion Martinez, Markinsley Similian. As we said, Zach Figgy, Drew Meyer, and Vashon as well. So here we go. 4th and 1. Marauders need a huge stop. They're going to hand it off. Bennett. Did he get the first? I think the Marauders stopped, and we do have a flag on the field. We'll see if Bennett was able to carry himself over the first down, but we'll see who the flag is on. Of course, as we mentioned, hopefully it is on the Panthers.
It's going to be a load, chop block. So that basically means somebody was already blocking somebody, and then somebody took the legs out, and that's actually going to go on Mingus.
So it's going to be a chop block on the Marauders. That will be first down for the Coconino Panthers. With 2 minutes and 57 seconds left here. Colin Vashon, was the other center for the Marauders seniors, or the other senior on the Marauders team. So it'll be a lot of help for the Coconino Panthers. It'll be 1st and 10 after the penalty, the chop block penalty. It'll be on the Marauder 32. And Coconino with 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in the 4th quarter. Marauders still need a huge stop or maybe a big mistake on the side of the Panthers. But you gotta love, even if the score doesn't change, you gotta love how the Marauders are playing right now. Siri takes the snap, hands it off. Bennett again up the middle. He's gonna have some room to run on the left side. Marauders just trying to bring him down. He'll get the first down and get wrapped up by Drew Meyer around the 15-yard line. So a big run again from Zach Bennett. It took him a little while, Nick, but Bennett's starting to warm up.
Yeah, and boy, he's showing his speed on the outside there. Bennett's does a great job of just bobbing and weaving and getting past that second level. You can see it on your replay there, able to follow Cordoza. Cordoza does a nice job lead blocking for Bennett.
Yep.
And Panthers, boy, they're getting close to almost being able to kneel this one out, but not quite yet. We're just at 2 minutes.
You got to hope for a fumble here on 1st and 10 on the Marauder 15. 1 minute and 57 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. Siri takes the snap, hands it off to Bennett. Bennett brought down after a small gain. So it should bring up second down. It'll be a timeout on the side of Coach Provenzano. But we'll talk about these seniors here. We will not take a break. As you can see, as we mentioned, a couple seniors for the Marauders. Not a huge senior class for Mingus, which is good for Coach Provenzano in his first year here at Mingus Union High School. Lee Locknane, the senior offensive lineman, the transfer from Sedona last year. His father, Lee, as well, did a phenomenal job with the trumpet for the national anthem in week 1. Lee's plans after high school is to start his adult life. And I got to tell you, Lee, let me know when it happens, because I'm not even sure if mine started yet.
Yeah, maybe I'll follow in Lee's footsteps here.
Elian Martinez, another guy that we're going to miss on the offensive line, almost made a catch against Flagstaff. That would have been really cool. Has been phenomenal on the Marauder offensive line. His future plans to play college baseball and get his college degree in criminal justice. So best of luck to Elian Martinez. As we mentioned, Drew Meyer, another guy, he'd love to become a fireman or possibly go into the military as he moves into his career as a senior, as it brings up 2nd down and 7. We'll keep talking about those seniors when we get a chance here. 1:40 to go in the fourth quarter. The Marauders with 2nd and 7. Looking for a stop. Siri takes the snap, drops back to pass. It's going to be handoff up the middle, and it will go into the end zone. That was, again, the big fullback, Tyson Fausel. Should basically punch the nail into the coffin for the Marauders, but an incredible performance from the Mingus Marauders tonight. About 1:30 left to go here in the fourth quarter. A big, was that the third touchdown for Fausel so far tonight?
Yeah, it's just that wing tee, it's very, very disguised. You really can't see Fausel. He's in a 3-point stance right behind the lineman, and he's able to sneak through.
That kick is up, and it is good. So that one is good again by the kicker, Jesus Trejo. Another fellow senior. 1:38 to go here in the fourth. Marauders will get the ball back on the other side of this break.
For 30 years, Roxu screen printers have provided Northern Arizona with clean, crisp, quality screen printing. They work with you to make the right choices in creating the right artwork and message to put forth your best image. Choose from brand name products and even fashion-forward designs, including caps, tees, sweatshirts, polos, and jackets. Make Roxu your choice for work and sports uniforms, workwear, resort wear, and more. Find out more at rokzootees.com. Roxu screen printers in Cottonwood, where clothing comes to rock.
The Marauders will look for possibly an opening kickoff return for a touchdown, and maybe a fumble recovery for a touchdown to get back into this game. 35-21. Panthers currently on top of the Mingus Marauders. A phenomenal job from the Marauders defensively and offensively tonight as Alvarez returns that one around the 10-yard line. Looking to get past the 20. Alvarez still going, cuts back, gets brought down around the 30, stretches himself for the 35. Good return again from Angelo Alvarez, one of the returners for the Marauders next season. He is in his junior year this year, and he will look towards his senior year next year. I know he's one of those guys that Coach Provenzano, Coach Quesada, Coach JR, Coach Enquiano are going to be happy to have back next year.
Oh, most certainly. Quite the junior lineup for the Marauders here. They also got Harrison coming back. Right. A lot of weapons. And, the Marauders. Let's looking to see if we can keep the offense on point here. Going to have to score a couple touchdowns real fast.
1st and 10 on the Marauder 34. Harrison's going to drop back to pass. Going to roll out of pressure in the pocket. Harrison's got to complete something. He'll take it himself. Fights for a few extra yards, maybe a gain about 4 on that run from Zach Harrison, just trying to get out of pressure as we get close to under a minute here in the fourth quarter. The Marauders' next game will be against the Prescott Badgers on the road at Prescott. This is the final home game for the Mingus Marauders. Of course, there is that optional 8th game after the Prescott game that everybody gets a chance to be a part of. You can see there on your replay, Harrison able to scramble out of pressure and cut back for a few extra yards. Going to drop back to pass this time again. Looking for something across the middle. It is picked off again by Ruiz around the 50-yard line, now going past the 40, and he will finally get brought down around the 42-yard line. Nick, that should just about do it.
Yeah, and here on senior night, it's not the way you want to go out. You can see Harrison bent over on his knees, but that's okay. I don't even think he saw Ruiz out there.
Yeah.
A couple of white jerseys back deep, and he's just trying to make something happen, down by a couple scores, and the Marauders really left it all out on the field tonight, Philip. It was an outstanding showing.
Yes.
We're going to talk about it more in the postgame show, but, man, the Marauders, a lot to talk about.
And a lot of credit to the Coconino Panthers who had found themselves down in that first half. Going into the third quarter, it was 21-14, and they're able to take advantage and get 3 more touchdowns, put themselves, or tie the game, put themselves up, and then call it. And Bennett's going to get the handoff to just keep the clock going. I would assume the next play here will more than likely just be a kneel, as that'll just about do it here. The Coconino Panthers, their next game will be against Flagstaff, I believe, and the Marauders will be focused on the Prescott Badgers on the road. We'll have that game for you right here on Verde Valley TV and KYBC as we wrap up our coverage for the 2020 Mingus Marauders season, as the Panthers get into victory formation, and we will get you our Verde Lee Market Player of the Game, and that'll just about do it. The Marauders, unfortunately, unable to beat the Coconino Panthers, but a phenomenal game on both sides. Coconino getting the victory 35-21. They will move to 6-0 on the season and put themselves in an even better position to win the region. And I believe, Nick, with this victory, they will more than likely win the region. So, great game. Marauders played well, and 35-21 is much better than the last time these two teams matched up, which was 52-14.
And I think they exceeded a lot of expectations around the region tonight.
Yeah.
The Marauders really put up a fight. It's a lot of sportsmanship down there on the field, as Coconino knew it was senior night, and you can see Jimenez over there and talking with those guys, and a lot of the seniors going over shaking hands, and Islis over there with their linemen. That's great sportsmanship, and it was a great battle. And you know, Coconino knows that they kind of ran away with one here. They were able to find the right plays to make it work, but the Marauders looked really, really sharp tonight, and it was a good game.
As Nick Yatsenko just said, we'll have a lot to talk about this game as the Coconino Panthers focus their attention to the Flagstaff Eagles, looking to get themselves another region title. We'll be back with the Gettles High Desert Mechanical postgame show right after these messages.
Hi, this is Parker Jones with Jones Ford in the Verde Valley. At Jones Ford, we're proud Arizonans, we're proud Americans, and we are proud to serve our community. At Jones Ford, we offer an amazing selection of new Ford vehicles, and we offer pre-owned vehicles of all makes and models. And we offer them all to you at a discounted sales tax, which will save you hundreds. I promise we are worth your consideration. We are Jones Ford, Verde Valley, Arizona's best.
Yavapai College has 6 campuses and centers in Sedona, the Prescott area, and the Verde Valley. With more than 100 degree and certificate programs, YC has what you need to jumpstart your academic journey. Our athletics teams are some of the best in the nation, and we have plenty of student-led clubs, organizations, and activities. Our full-time student discount makes YC the most affordable option in Arizona for a full-time student. Learn more today at yc.edu.
Beautiful smiles improve more than just your dental health. They improve your confidence and quality of life. Verde Valley Orthodontics, the office of Dr. Nick Booth, offering the highest quality of technical care while treating their patients with respect, courtesy, and compassion. One happy client stated, "I can't stop smiling." Read more amazing reviews at verdevalleyortho.com. 2 convenient locations, Cottonwood and Sedona. Call 634-2121 to schedule your free evaluation today.
Since 1925, Tiffany Construction has worked with developers and local and federal government to build, expand, and improve infrastructure, roads, drainage systems, and subdivisions. From concept to completion, the Tiffany Construction Team provides a full complement of construction services and state-of-the-art delivery methods customized to fit your needs and budget. They're Arizona's longest tenured family-owned and operated civil contractor and proudly serving the Verde Valley since 1991. Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality.
Hi, my name's Crazy Tony. The reason I'm here today is to let you know what Poquito Loco is all about. Unlike the rest of the Mexican food restaurants in that area, our main focus is tacos. From street tacos to cheap tacos and everything in between. So come on down to Poquito Loco for some crazy good tacos, the newest place in Old Town. And also we are honored to offer 10% of our profits to the Old Town Mission to help less fortunate. Have a great day and be safe.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services in the Verde Valley.
Call Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at GettlesHDM.com, providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle, get Gettles, and go Marauders!
Welcome to the Postgame Report, brought to you by Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, AC, and Plumbing Specialist, online at GettlesHDM.com. Stick around for the game recap, including Marauder highlights, scores, and stats. And now let's head back to the press box. Here's your announcers, Philip Catafabo and Nick Yatsenko.
Want to welcome you in here to the Gettles High Desert Mechanical Postgame Show on Verde Valley TV and KYBC. Philip Catafamo alongside Nick Yatsenko. It was a tough loss from the Marauders, 35-21, but I guess I'll tell you what, they exceeded expectations tonight. They carried a lead into halftime. They played great. They're just going to be a tough battle against Coconino. We had said that from the beginning, and I think the Marauders played really well.
It's a glimpse into what we're seeing for the Marauders' future, and it's very, very bright. The Marauders were very, very sharp tonight. Had the lead almost until the fourth quarter on a powerhouse team like Coconino, who was wiping through the region. Coconino put up, like I said earlier, over 90 points in the last few games, and the Marauders do a great job of keeping their offense on the field tonight, not letting Coconino get out there and hold them to 35 points, and the Marauders look real good on senior night.
We take a look at the Coconino Panthers statistics. It was led by the fullback, and you said it off air, Nick, a fantasy dream if the fullback position counted for fantasy football. Of course it does. You have to play him either as a flexor in your halfback position, but anyway,
would have been a good substitution.
Yeah, very much so. Tyson Fowley had a phenomenal game. Fowsel, 6 carries, 137 yards on the ground, 3 touchdowns. A big night for the junior fullback.
And I'll tell you what sets that up is that wing tees really, really compact, really tight. You have all your receivers and your running backs kind of jammed in the middle. So it's tough to find that fullback sometimes, and he's lined up so close to the center that handoff is so quick that you don't even know he's got the ball. It's almost like a quarterback sneak, and you just don't realize that, oh, man, that guy's got the ball running upfield.
You can see all the seniors down there, Colin Vachon, Lee Locknane, Jonathan Sanchez, Drew Meyer, Markinsley Similian, Elion Martinez.
Nice to see. That's a great shot.
It's going to be tough missing those guys next year, but Lee coming over from Sedona, Jonathan Sanchez coming off of a collarbone injury. Of course, Mark Kinsley had the high ankle sprain a little bit early on, or a few weeks ago. He comes back. Elion has been great all season. Colin Vachon has been great on the offensive line. Zach Figge's been an absolute monster. Drew Meyer. We cannot
say enough about all these guys, man. It was amazing. What a great night. It's nice to see these guys getting loved by the coaches out there. Man, did they leave it all out on the field against Coconino tonight. Barely came up short. I love the fact that we were in this thing till the very end. Coach Provenzano is calling his timeouts with 2 minutes left, trying to get that ball back one more time. And the Marauders do a great job all night. And congrats and kudos to all those seniors out there who are going to move on to bigger, better things. And, boy, lucky to play some football this year.
Very much so. A very uncertain 2020. regardless of how you get it, we got a football season. We're very happy to wrap things up for the football season next week when the Marauders take on Prescott High School and the Coconino Panthers take on the Flagstaff Eagles. I do want to extend a very big congratulations to Zach Bennett, the senior running back for the Coconino Panthers, eclipsing the record and breaking the record. You see right there, he needed 67. He got 92, did not get into the end zone, but Zach Bennett is now the Coconino Panthers all-time leading rusher in school history. Congratulations, Zach. I got an opportunity to see you last year. I know Nick was here before I was. An absolute incredible talent. We wish you and the rest of the Coconino Panthers luck going forward. They're looking for another region title. They're 6-0 now on the record, or on the season in the region. They're poised and ready to win another region championship to go into the playoffs and fight for a state title representing the 4A Grand Canyon region. And they're led by an incredible running back team of Cordoza, Fausel, and of course Zach Bennett and all the seniors on the side of the Coconino Panthers. We here at Yavapai Broadcasting and Verde Valley TV want to extend everybody on the side of Coconino that is a senior a very big congratulations on completing this season. Best of luck against Flagstaff next week, and wherever life takes you, we wish you nothing but the best.
Absolutely, and it was well deserved tonight, especially for Bennett.
Yep.
It's a really hard way to break the record. The Marauders had a great game plan against them.
Yes, they did.
They had a great game plan against them. You could tell the Marauders were keying on them all night. Coach Provenzano's motto was probably, let's not let them get that record. And nice job by Zach Bennett to get his feet working. No touchdowns tonight, but he didn't need it. He still got it.
Well, the Mingus Marauders did some things on the field as well. They played quite well against these Coconino Panthers, and we'll talk about them on the other side of this break and get you ready for next week when the Marauders travel to Prescott to take on the Badgers. We'll be right back right after this.
For 30 years, Roxu screen printers have provided Northern Arizona with clean, crisp, quality screen printing. They work with you to make the right choices in creating the right artwork and message to put forth your best image. Choose from brand name products and even fashion-forward designs, including caps, tees, sweatshirts, polos, and jackets. Make Roxu your choice for work and sports uniforms, workwear, resort wear, and more. Find out more at rokzootees.com. Roxu screen printers in Cottonwood, where clothing comes to rock.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. Larry Green Chevrolet, we're better and we'll prove it. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find our selection extensive and the sales team professional and courteous. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet just off Highway 260 next to Walmart or LarryGreenChevrolet.com.
Want to welcome you back here inside the Gettles High Desert Mechanical Postgame Show. You can see there all the seniors getting love from their parents and guardians. And it's got to be a very emotional and exciting time. I said it during the volleyball broadcast. I'll say it here. Quite a momentous occasion in a very uncertain year. And we wish those seniors nothing but the best. Markinsley Semilian, Colin Vachon, Lee Locknane, Drew Meyer, Zach Bennett, Jonathan Sanchez, and Elion Martinez. We are going to miss them next season. But we've got one more game on the schedule. The Prescott Badgers, as the Marauders travel to Prescott to get one more win before we wrap up the 2020 season. Of course, there's a possibility we may be getting an 8th game. We're not entirely sure about that. We will make sure to let you know next week as things become a little bit more clear. But Nick, we came into this game not expecting a Marauder loss. We never come into these games expecting a loss, but we knew playing against the Coconino Panthers was going to be tough. They're a very, very good team. Last year they beat the Marauders 52-14. The Marauders come into this game, they score early. They get stops. They get turnovers. They go back into the end zone. They lead at halftime 21-14. Now you got everybody thinking, okay, maybe the Marauders can beat these Panthers. They got nothing to lose. They're not going to be in the playoffs, unfortunately, this year in Coach Provenzano's first year. But, man, the Mingus Marauders played phenomenal. I know they lost, but you look out on the field, Mingus played some great football.
It's flashbacks to those dynasty years when Mingus was in the playoffs every season. It didn't matter the size of the running backs on the other side. It didn't matter the size of the linemen. You're just out there. You got to work your position. You got to do exactly what you're supposed to do during that play. And you can tell the Marauders were very clean slate mentally tonight. They were sharp, made very minimal errors. The errors they made, Coconino, of course, capitalized on. That's a great football team. but the Marauders looked outstanding tonight, and hopefully we carry this momentum into next week.
We take a look at some of the statistics here for the Mingus Marauders as we start with running back Drew Meyer, who the senior had a great night on the ground. Of course, Jonathan Sanchez was able to get into the end zone, but 126 yards in your final game at Mingus Union, 25 carries for the senior in Drew Meyer. And like I said, him and Jonathan Sanchez, as well as Mark Kinsley Similian, who played great on the defensive side for the Marauders, was the running back and then had that injury and now finding a place on the defensive line. They're going to be sorely missed. You see Jonathan Sanchez statistics there, 13 carries, 51 yards, 1 touchdown. They're going to be missed, and but they showed out tonight.
Yeah, most certainly. Congratulations to both those guys.
Yeah.
They had a great senior night football game against a powerhouse in Coconino who's going to be looking to make a deep playoff run.
Oh, yeah.
And they got nothing but holding their heads high tonight. These guys played great. And kudos to Drew Meyer. I'm glad he got over that 100-yard mark for a game. It's nice when he does that because he's a back that works hard each and every play and always gets a few yards.
Yeah, we are definitely going to be missing Drew Meyer and our Verde Lee Market Player of the game. Nick, go right ahead.
I mean, Jonathan Sanchez.
That's right.
Senior Jonathan Sanchez buzzing around the field, getting in the end zone. You got the Marauders going chest bump city again tonight. They were almost doing it up until that fourth. They looked real good against Coconino, so congratulations, Jonathan Sanchez.
Our Verde Lee Market Player of the game, Jonathan Sanchez. Want to thank Verde Lee Market and Deli for sponsoring our Player of the Game segment. And Jonathan Sanchez, our most recent recipient of that prestigious honor of being the Verde Lee Market and Deli Player of the game. As we mentioned, the Marauders will focus their attention to the Prescott Badgers next week. We hope you'll join us right here on Verde Valley TV and KYBC. Have a great rest of your night. Enjoy your weekend. Try to stay dry. It's going to be quite wet and rainy out there. Have a great night, and we'll see you next week at Prescott.